We are live.
Yo, 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 it's the Xbox Ghost Kaleidoscope. Back up in this motherfucker on the Direct Deck show, minus the fraud. And tonight is going to be a very, very interesting night, yo. This is going to be a hell of a podcast, all right? And I'm going to just put it out there, know what I'm saying? Everybody in this podcast, we don't all share the same views. Know what I'm saying? We're just all gamers. All right. So everybody can have a difference of opinion. Ain't no foul in that. Know what I'm saying? Ain't no foul in that. All right. Because we all gamers at heart at the end of the day. Now, there's been a lot of shit popping off this week. But before we even get to that, let me go to my illustrious panel. Know what I'm saying? First, I'm going to introduce Mr. Intro Media himself, Mr. 100. Yo, introduce yourself to everybody.
Man, you already know who I am. 100, the notorious one of this. I keep it a buck and I don't give two fucks. Let's go.
That's what's up, man. Hell yeah. All right. And now also the mastermind, or one of the masterminds behind the Heroic Vibrations podcast is Triple Cup Chuck. Yo, Triple Cup, introduce yourself to everybody.
Man, I'm up in this bitch, man. Let's go ahead and do it. Like you said, it's a thing when you say we all share different opinions, but like men, we come together and be able to conversate with each other and not just yell and scream and holler, fuss and cuss. Man, we are direct X, but at the same time, we giving y'all angles that y'all ain't never seen before. We hitting all the spots.
Exactly, bro. Well said, man. Well said, man. And we tend to play a lot of games, people. Just check our resumes. Know what I'm saying? Pull up our police records. All right, just to be enlightened. All right,
Yeah,
because this ain't no broadband bully fan club here. All right, I'm
yeah.
just saying. But also, I got the Don King of Xbox here with us as well, Mr. Erock X. Yo, Erock, introduce yourself to everybody.
Hey guys, this is E-Rock X, the Don King of Xbox, the hype man for the Xbox brand, and the meanest man on Twitter. Check me out as E-Rock X at Twitter. And as always, I'm glad to be here on a DX show, minus the fraud.
Well said, bro. Well said. And also, we got one of the youngest members on the panel. You know what I'm saying? The man that actually goes straight for the jugular. All right, because he goes for the jugular. If he wants to put somebody on blast, yo, this is the guy to go to. All right, yo, J Law 908, introduce yourself to everybody.
What's going on, people? Jalen here, along with the panel. We're gonna get into the nitty gritty today. We're not gonna agree, but it's gonna be a good shit. It's gonna be interesting, and yeah, another perspective as always.
That's what's up, man. And also, we got the ghost with the most, all right, or the host with the most. It's the Ghost Rider 730. Yo, introduce yourself to everybody, Ghost.
This is your boy Ghost Rider 730, aka the Ghost with the Most, aka keeping it buck. Cause today we don't give a fuck. Let's go, guys.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And I'm gonna just put it out there at the beginning of this show. Y'all know our mantra is we don't sugarcoat shit. All right. Know what I'm saying? We
Since
give
day
it to
one.
you raw, live, and uncut. All right. So there's been a lot of hot topics this week. I mean, a lot of fucking hot topics, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm gonna go into the Mike Ibarra shit. I just because I gotta bring it up. Know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord,
He
have
put
mercy.
out a tweet, right, where it's like, "Oh, what game should I stream this week?" He put some game. I forgot what game it was. Then he put God of War, and then he put Assassin's Creed. All right, so most of the likes was for God of War. And then there was people on YouTube and in the Xbox community, you know what I'm saying, that actually answered on his timeline, like, oh, yo, that, you need to be representing Xbox, yada, 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 and what you doing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go to the panel, you know what I'm saying, to see what they think about it. I want to start with you, E-Rock X. Enlighten us. What do you think about this news?
I mean, I like Mike Ibarra. He's a gamer. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah,
He made it quite clear in his tweet because he got some pretty rough responses. People questioning
Mm-hmm.
his leadership, people saying various things about him putting over a Sony game. He said he's a gamer first and an executive second, and from an adult standpoint, from a standpoint of being a gamer, I can understand that. I respect him for that, and I respect anybody who comes at it from that. Now, as a guy who helped start three businesses here in Philadelphia in the Philadelphia tourism industry, I was always told, here in the Philadelphia tourism industry, we're competing against other trolley companies to stay
Mhm.
on brand. That's all I ever heard was like, Iraq, I know your friends work for Choo Choo Trolley, or you might have friends work for Trolley Works or friends who work for the Big Bus, which is the big company here in Philadelphia, but we need you to stay on brand. And so
Mhm.
I can understand where the Xbox fans are coming from. Like, you know, it's a thing where, you're trying to get Sea of Thieves out there, which is your AAA release. Whether people want to accept that or not, that's their problem. That's your AAA release for March and for the spring. You should be putting that over, not the competition's game. And I'm only saying this as a competitor, as a competitive guy, because you know uh, the other companies aren't putting your shit over. Nintendo didn't say, "Hey man, congratulations on Sea of Thieves dropping." Sony didn't say, "Hey man, congratulations on Sea of Thieves dropping." So I understand why Xbox audience is like, dude, the fuck are you doing? I mean, listen, man,
Mhm.
I'm not one of these guys that are going to keep cracking the Xbox executives over their knuckles for being nice and wanting to play kumbaya, my lord. We've heard this all before. It's listen, man, the executives, they making six figures a year. They don't care about your fucking console war. But you do have a brand that needs to be put over 24/7, especially now because we live in the age of the mob and weak minded people and people that want to hop on
Yeah.
the bandwagon and bandwagon jumpers and me too. And, well, I don't want to get left out. So you have to put your brand over. So, with that said, part of me understands Mike Ibarra wanting to be a gamer. Another part of me is like, yo, we need me up in charge of Xbox because I was sending a memo, put our shit over or hit the bricks. That's just me. That's just me.
But E-Rock,
Okay.
Okay.
you got to think it this way, right? Worked in the
No, no, no,
retail
no.
division.
There's no. I'm sorry, 100. I'm going to cut
That's
you
his
off.
opinion,
Uh,
brother.
I would never disrespect you. There is no thinking about it.
you, you,
You have a brand to put over in a state where everybody's mindset is so weak. They are not strong like you, 100. They are not strong
uh,
like Kaleidoscope. They are
yeah, but
not.
you don't need the strong, but because the weak ones are still buying your shit.
Understood.
They still buying your product. You actually profiting more every year. You're doing better at the same time this year when you had the Xbox 360. Your Xbox
Right.
Live subscriptions is up.
That is
People
true.
buying more digital. See, I told some time we got to take the fanboy shit and like I say, with Z say cut it out.
Uh huh.
I'm gonna go business 101 with you.
Yes.
I
Okay, my
work for
man.
airline, right? Used
Mm-hmm.
to work for Frontier.
Okay.
Okay, that was no, I'm saying, and I worked for another Canadian airline that's just like the WestJet of Canada. It's called WestJet. That's like the Southwest of Canada.
Got you.
I had customers. If the flight came in late, right? You thinking that Air Canada would turn them down because we competitive with each other?
Oh no, that's
No,
different.
no, we're gonna get this money. But
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? I will say thank you. I'll sit there and say thank you. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'll buy them lunch because you made it easier for me
I got you.
to get through in the day. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? What Phil and them is doing is if you look at the guideline when you had Bomber and everybody there, right? The
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote was going after everybody. What was that? Nobody wouldn't fuck with Microsoft. Windows was down. Bomber went at everybody.
Mm-hmm.
They paid the motherfucker to leave. They pay. He's still on the board of direct. They paid him to leave. That's why he got the bought the Clippers.
That's right. Yeah.
But when you saw they brung in the new blood like Sadala and all that other stuff, it boosts up their brand. Like you say, they don't give a shit about the console war. They're giving the city their dividends.
Right. Right.
We more as fans want to throw something back at the other side, but sometimes you have to use your mind and say, you know what, this is a business. Why would I need a God of War where it won't sell on my console? Because they don't buy fucking Quantum Break. So why would
Right.
I waste money on that? They're not be a $1 billion company about to be $1 trillion company for no reason. Amazon is the same thing. You see Amazon selling shit from the 99-cent store? No, because they don't sell that shit. They're gonna sell everything. They don't care. So you people got to think about business wise. Think about if that was you in your business. Now, trust me, if the shit was going bad, trust me, Phil wouldn't have got no raise. This dude named I don't want to call his name. I forgot his real name, but his name started with a B. I ain't gonna say Booty. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have
Oh
got
yeah,
yeah.
booty.
He wouldn't have got a promotion. They didn't want to go get the old. They wouldn't have the money to go get old boy that did the first Tomb Raider to maybe start another studio. Look at all the stuff. People just because they not in the know, they thinking Xbox is doom and gloom. No, you got to look at financials and look at how they're treating stuff
Oh, of
like that.
course, yeah.
You know, they're not
You and
going
I
to
know
back.
that.
Yeah,
But
they're not going to back.
but
Just
honey,
because they get
you
on
and I,
the
yeah,
on
you
the
know that. But
interweb,
these
but
idiots
just
don't.
because fuck them. I
I
wouldn't
got
give them
you.
2 times in the day. I wouldn't give. They don't know. They just fucking. They ain't nothing but
Ha-
fucking trolls. So
100. Have you been on Twitter? Have you seen that
I see
shit
the
on
shit on
Twitter?
Twitter. I see it all. But guess
It's
what? You see how involved
fucking
myself?
believable. Yes,
I'm not
yes,
involving
sir.
my. I'm
Yeah,
not involving myself in
I
that
feel you.
bullshit because what I know. I'm happy with my product.
Got you.
Microsoft has done, like I said, they've been more innovative than anybody. I've been on Xbox Live for the last 2 nights off my fucking phone. I ain't playing
Yeah.
no games. I've been off my phone. What other
That,
consoles you can do that? I
yo,
plug
what
my
I can
ears
tell you
up.
guys, both points were very valid.
Yep.
None of you guys are wrong. Y'all both on point with that.
Hell
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So y'all not wrong. All
Both
right, yeah, because
not
I
wrong.
agree with both sides. That's the trippy thing.
Yep.
I agree with both sides. Let's hear from Triple Cup. I want to see what your input is on this Triple Cup. Triple Cup took an L on the show. All
Oh,
right, no, it's all good. Let's go
banged
with
him out.
J Long. All right, yo, J Long.
Can y'all hear
What
me
are your
now?
thoughts on
Can
this,
y'all, can
man?
y'all
I
hear me now?
just
Oh yeah, we can hear you now, Triple Cup.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
oh my bad. I'm over here. I had a thing on mute and I'm steady talking. And then I was like, man, what's going on? Like, yeah, what's up here? But yeah, man. What I think about what he did, I feel like how Jay, that E-Rock was saying
Mhm.
about if you got a company, you don't want to be promoting another company unless it's beneficial for you. So if it's not no real beneficial or no collaboration or anything like that, they shouldn't have no reason to say if they don't want to be in the console war, they shouldn't have Sony name in their mouth. Period. So regardless of what I'm saying, if he asking a poll, he shouldn't even put that in a poll. He should have kept it Microsoft because of his brand. Because you don't see Coca-Cola represent nothing about Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? If you do see a crossover, it'll be something like Alexis and Doritos or something like that. It's gonna be two things that can't be competitive or with each other. But you don't want to do it like that. You know what I'm saying? I understand that they ain't worried about the console war. They got money, but anytime you got a company, you don't want to go against that company to promote for another company because your company ain't gonna like that. I mean, I just can't see it no other way.
Hey Chuck,
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
at home right now, Chuck?
Yeah,
So if you at Chuck, what you do? What you doing? You doing your own personal shit, right?
yeah,
So is he at home when he doing this? He ain't at Xbox. He at home.
yeah.
And
But
and,
if I
and, and
if
guess
I
what he
if I go
did?
to the store,
But he at
if I
home.
go
But
to the
guess what
store
he
in my
did?
uniform and I get into some type of anything, if I go stealing out of a store or something like that, and I get caught and I got my uniform on, you don't think I'm gonna get fired from my job?
Yeah, I'll get
Uh,
fired for construction.
oh, I wouldn't. I worked at Lowe's. I went to Home Depot. I had friends that worked at both of them. I had we was trading off. I'll steal somebody from them. They'll steal somebody from me. You know what I'm saying? I pay them a little bit more money. I
Oh,
do
that's
it.
how you
Yeah,
do it.
I will talk shit all day.
yeah,
That
but
is
you
me.
ain't gonna go to Home Depot and put no big Lowe's sign in front of your building.
Oh no, no. What you mean? I had my Lowe's vest on because Home Depot was closer than to me to go to Lowe's because I forgot to get. You think I'm gonna drive back to work? This shit is closer. Only thing I needed some damn shit for the some plants. We all sell the same shit, really.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna promote. You ain't gonna put a Lowe's sign in front of Home Depot.
Huh?
No,
What
I
you
don't
mean?
care how
True.
how y'all kumbaya.
Hey,
Right.
I
Hey
wasn't.
Chuck. Hey Chuck.
Yeah,
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Chuck? Hey, Chuck, man. Cats like Kaleidoscope, me and a few others, we've been doing more to promote Sea of Thieves than Mike has.
Yeah,
right.
you're right.
I'm on his
But
side.
that's not. Hang on. But you gotta understand.
I
That's
want,
not
Disagree
I
Mike's
with
want,
you.
job.
I
That
want
is
his,
not.
Disagree with
That
you,
is.
E-Rock.
I
Yeah,
want his,
but E-Rock,
I
that's
want his
not
six
Mike's
figures.
job. That is not Mike's job.
I'm not arguing with you, 100.
Yeah,
You my
that's not
bro. I'm
Mike's
just saying.
job.
I got you.
That's not Mike's job at all. So Mike's job has nothing to do with marketing.
What do he do?
He's an engineer. He works in the
Yeah.
engineering division. He has nothing to do with marketing. He
Do
just
he
more
Yeah, he
out
does
there.
back companion shit, right?
do,
Yeah,
do,
He does stuff like that.
do he work for Xbox?
yeah,
I
because he
think
worked for
he,
Xbox. Yeah, he worked for
yeah,
Xbox.
he's the
Uh,
backup podcast, ain't
Yeah, but
uh,
he's not on the main. Mike doesn't is not there to promote their brand. And thing about it was y'all act like Mike went on Twitter. I mean on Twitch to go play God of War. What they do? He went on went on that Microsoft brand. He's sending more people at Mixer because that's their competitive. The
man,
competitor.
all I'm gonna say is I'm gonna leave this here, man. About 4 years ago, uh, a wrestler from TNA named Kaval went to WWE, and when he was on WWE TV, he mentioned TNA by name. His
Oh
ass was
shit.
gone the next day.
Oh,
Vin,
come
Vin,
on, come on, come on. We
yeah,
gotta keep it
yeah,
a buck.
yeah.
We gotta
Get
keep
out of
no, we gotta keep
here.
we
Vince
gotta
was
keep
like
it a buck.
that. That was back then, though. But Vince was like, "Yo,
No, but we
you
gotta
out of
keep it a
here,
buck. Which color just did last week?
huh?"
The other week.
But
Which
that,
color
but that,
just mentioned TNA last week?
well,
On
that's
live
because
on air on Raw.
that's because it was Kurt Angle. See,
That's got to do with it.
they not gonna fuck with Kurt. They're not gonna fuck with Kurt.
Yeah, he's a household name.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kurt go get fired. How many times they done fired Kurt?
they ain't gonna
He's
mess
got to
with
get
Kurt.
fined for sure.
He
They'll
didn't get
have to cut him
fined.
that
It was
check.
part of no. Thing about this, TNA just used the same thing today on their thing. They when they sit there when Scott Steiner came out, they said it. Yeah, he was a WWE champion. He was this and this champion, WCW champion. He said it all. Come on.
Well, see that helps them. Mike, well, I'm gonna digress, man. But see, that's why this podcast is great. We agree to disagree.
Yeah.
And we
Alright.
agreeing to
Yo.
disagree, huh?
Well, right now I haven't even gone yet, and I'm torn. All right, literally, I'm torn. All right,
Speak.
but I want to hear for J Law. I want to hear for J Law. Yo, J Law, what's your perspective on this
Y'all
situation,
said
man?
y'all giving some good points, but I took a little look at his Twitter. He's got 150,000 followers. More people
Wow.
own Scream Ride than follow his channel.
Wow.
So it's not, to be honest, it's not that much. Only us hardcore people really know who Mikey Barra is. If you ask the average Xbox gamer who even plays Sea of Thieves, they probably don't know who that man is. They don't care. They don't follow him. At most, they follow the Xbox Twitter page. Most people don't really follow execs. That's just us, the hardcore. So I don't really think it's that huge of a deal, but it is bad messaging for sure. Like what E-Rock was saying, you're not gonna promote your competitor, but I'm not sure if God of War is using Havoc or Simply Gone or any of their engines. Maybe it might. So it kind of is supporting Microsoft if it is. But overall, I'm lukewarm on it. It's fucked up, but it doesn't really matter because he's not that big. So it's not gonna make that big of a dent.
It doesn't phase
So,
you. All right.
yeah.
All right, well said, man. Yo, Ghost. What's your perspective on this whole situation, man?
I'm a,
Is Mike doing it wrong? You know what I'm saying? Should he be representing the band, or
yeah,
should he just game?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even pay that shit no mind, bro. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like maybe the Xbox fan base felt a little hurt because feeling them congratulating like always, and now Mike Ibarra come out of nowhere and he's gonna play God of War and probably stream this shit or something. Like at the end of the day, man, like it is true what E-Rock and y'all was saying, man. Like you can't be promoting somebody else's shit. Promote your shit. So I understand why a lot of people feel salty, but at the end of the day, man, like can't do that really. But he's his own man. You feel me? Like people just gotta respect it. But I understand what you mean, man. Represent your brand. You don't see
Yeah.
Yoshida out there. You don't see none of that weirdo with the glasses out there.
The Japanese ain't doing that shit. You ain't never gonna see
Yeah.
even Reggie. I don't pronounce his name too well. He's Hawaiian, but you will never see him streaming an Xbox game. It goes.
Nah, hell no, not Reggie. Not Reggie.
It goes
Reggie don't
against.
play no game.
Can the
It goes
Nintendo even
against
stream though?
brand. It goes against brand. Nintendo runs such a weird tight ship. It goes against brand. They will fire his ass.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
got
true that,
another
true that,
analogy. I got
Ain't
another
nothing wrong with
analogy.
you.
No,
All right, yo, before you get to that 100,
that's the only
Yeah,
thing.
we
well,
had the
well,
most
they right.
powerful gamer jump in the room. Know what I'm saying? Mr. Hebot. Yo, Hebot, introduce yourself to everybody real quick, man.
I'm in the car. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but it's good to be back. It's me, Hebot, powerful gamer, trying to do my homework like always, and on the move, picking up the daughters, family. Good to be here. What's going on, guys?
What's
All
up?
right,
What's up,
chilling,
familia?
chilling,
What's
chilling.
up,
Yo,
familia?
well,
What's up, familia?
Yeah.
all right, what's up, man?
Like it.
Yo, we'll get back to you in a second. Know what I'm saying? I want to go with what 100 was about to
Yeah,
put
I
out
had
there. The
put them in
100.
there for you.
So
All
what
right,
you was gonna say?
I got a perfect analogy. Y'all get mad because they congratulate the opponent, right?
No,
I ain't
we
really mad.
man,
Huh?
we ain't man.
No.
Like,
People say
We just saying it's weird.
yeah. No, hang on, but don't they do that in sports? If I lose the Super Bowl, I'm going to congratulate the team on the mic. They beat us. They had a great game.
Concede.
The
Yeah.
sportsmanship.
So if they say, would you think that's not sportsmanship? You forget Microsoft don't get third-party handouts. Sony does. Nintendo does. So if they just show developers that they care, like, you know what? When I was over here, you showed me love. I can bring my shit over here to you. I don't think Hellblade would be over here if Phil
Never
didn't
get
sit
their
there and
hands
say
with the
something.
developers that make God of War.
Huh?
Let's
No,
be
we ain't
real
worrying
here.
about God.
Sony's playing like Ric Flair.
Yeah.
They're aiming at the nuts. They're stepping on you. They're spitting on
it's
you.
slap,
They're
it's the
flexing
slap to
on
the
you.
chest. It's the slap to the chest
And
and
then they
go.
yell it out. Woo!
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hang on, but I was taught that two wrongs don't make a right.
No, true that. True that.
Right. But you gotta play dirty sometimes.
I gotta give me
Two
a new
wrongs
chair,
don't make it
man.
right.
Two rolls
It
don't
don't make
make
a
a
Yeah,
left.
that's it.
right.
I'm torn, man. I'm torn literally because I understand the perspective. No, I'm saying that he is a gamer. He should feel free to play whatever he wants. No, I'm saying, but I do understand that he does work for the Xbox division, even though he's only an engineer, obviously. But it does send a bad message. Like J Law put it out there, it's like bad messaging. All right. Because I mean, I'm not sure if he's played Sea of Thieves. He probably has. I really don't know
Yeah,
because
I
I
think
don't
so.
watch him. I don't follow him. All right. And I've played the hell out of Sea of Thieves. I mean, I saw
Wow.
that tweet that E-Rock actually put out a while back. He's like, "Damn, look at Kaleidoscope." He's like, "Out there."
Yeah.
I just, but I kind of sympathize, but both ways though, man. It's like it does send a bad message, but at the same time, as a gamer, because I'm a gamer, I should feel free to play what I want to play. But then at the same time, since he does have a following, it's only 150,000, but still, it's 150,000
150,000.
motherfuckers.
You're right.
All right. Now he did put it out on Twitter as for people to vote, and most of his followers
Right.
voted for him to play God of War. It was like 72% versus the other two games that he put out there. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay.
You,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
know
Granted that.
you know
Uh-huh.
who padded
Yeah,
that vote? Who padded that vote was the
Nah,
Sony fanboys.
You
it was
already.
Listen,
Hebot.
they loved this. They listen. They eat shit up like this. This is the same company who told you that 1080p makes you a better gamer. This is the
Well,
same
God of War makes you
company
a better father.
That makes you a better father,
yeah,
man.
God of War makes you a better father. Like when I saw that today, I fucking lost it. I fucking lost it.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my gosh! Yo, wait,
we'll
that
get to that
better
in a minute.
father shit. I
Yeah.
gotta put this out there though, man. I'm not sure if Ghost told me this. I don't know who told me this though, man. But that the fraud, right? The fraud himself. Actually, he said he played God of War for 10 minutes and he was crying.
Oh my
I
god.
Oh,
was like, dude,
Nothing
there's no
happens in the beginning of the
context.
10
game,
minutes.
dog.
And I thank you, Jaylon. There's nothing that happens in the first 10 minutes.
You,
That's
you're
how much of
looking
a fraud this motherfucker is, man. Iron Wolf,
Wow.
you're full of shit, man.
you want
Seriously.
me
There's
to
nothing in the
really
first
find
fucking 10 minutes to even give you the feels on anything.
You know
All
why he
right?
was
This
crying?
wasn't The Last of Us. The Last of Us, after
you're
that
gonna
shit happened to
really
old girl, that shit fucked me up. You know what I'm saying?
You
But
know,
this shit, come
right.
on, man. Motherfucker fucking catering to his fan base and catering to the ponies, man. I see them all galloping out their stables like dun, 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 dun. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's some bullshit, man. That's some fugazi shit. But I just wanted to put that out there. Go ahead, E-Rock.
No, you go ahead, man, because I'm gonna go in later. I gotta go in, but you go on to the next panel member. I got to go in
All
tonight.
right. Well, Hebot, we're talking about Mike Ibarra. All right, know what I'm saying? That
Can
he
you guys
actually had tweeted out there about, the God of War. I'm sure you know the whole situation. So what are your thoughts on it?
can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh, cool. Uh, look, here, there's three things to it. Number one, Mike Ibarra, right? What people don't really understand is when they see that they talking about Zelda and you're talking about,
Uh-oh.
hey, out of war, they're
You biting
trying.
on us. You biting on us, man.
What about now?
It
Yeah,
still
just speak
sounds
slow.
kind of the same, but we hear you clearly. Yeah, speak slower, maybe. That could be. I don't know.
The reasoning for that, right, where Mike Ibarra and other people say, let's check
Hmm.
this out, right, is
Hmm.
because they're trying to build up Mixer. Mixer is Microsoft owned, and they want to take over as a powerful platform, just like
The
Twitch,
streaming.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
So, what other better way than do it with the big games that have the hype? Fortnite, Sea of Thieves, Playgrounds, Battleground, Zelda last year, Horizon Zero Dawn, now God
Hmm.
of War. I know it sounds stupid. I know it looks like they're being weak, but these motherfuckers are the masters of making money. Okay?
Yeah.
Know
Hmm.
what the fuck they're doing. What they want to do is bring people over. Hey, did you know that if you're on Mixer, you can do this or you can do that, and it's like, and you can come watch the God of Wars and do this. And to a certain extent, I mean, I understand it's business before anything else, but I also
Yeah.
understand why a lot of Xbox hardcore fans feel like it's giving the wrong messaging. But to be honest with you, the reason why it becomes a wrong message is because when fanboys that hate Xbox, right,
Hmm.
or the extremists, right, like as you call them, right, the extremists that always
Yeah. The
band
zealots. The zealots.
right, the zealots, right, they don't see it as them being cordial or them being professional. They go, Microsoft a bunch of pussies. They like getting it up the ass. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
And the friction and the divide comes in. It's a shame, but people like us in this panel that are more educated, have a better mindset. We understand that they're doing it as professionals, and because it's going to benefit them if you go watch God of War being streamed on Mixer before it's being streamed on Twitter. It makes perfect sense. You see what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know, how can they avoid this? Is the real question. And the reality of it is you can't. Because, like what you were saying earlier, Kalai, you're torn because you know why they're doing it, but at the same time, when they do it, because of the fucking fact that the media is always out to make them look bad, and there's so much hate, so much negativity, and the perception is always negative when it comes to that they almost hurting themselves by showing their true nature, even though it's in a professional way, because it makes them look weak. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're kind of between a brick wall and a stone. And I don't really know if there's any way they can go around that. I don't think they can fix it. I don't think there's any way they can even. There's no way to fix that. They're stuck because they're trying to promote Mixer, but at the same time, they're trying to cater to their fan base, and their fan base is looking at them like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Because to be honest, Yoshida never said congratulations when CFP sold 2 million on the first week. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Exactly. That's true.
Why
Right.
would he?
2
Hold
million.
on.
2 million
Hold
the
on.
first
Hold
7
on. Hold
days.
on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna be honest. Yoshida and them did give Microsoft props for backwards compatibility.
Oh
That
yeah,
was a
yeah,
couple of
they
Yeah,
years
yeah,
ago.
did.
no. But
They
he's
did give
talking
them
about
props.
Sea of Thieves. He's talking about Sea of
Oh,
Thieves,
shit.
their most recent release.
But I know Yoshida and them did give
Their
Microsoft
game.
props.
Their
Ghost.
game. Not for you know what I'm saying, something a feature that the console has. Because I mean they congratulated them on the Xbox One X. You know, they
Yeah.
congratulated them on a whole bunch of things before. But when it comes to games, they haven't
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
congratulated them on a game. And Sea of Thieves in the first 7 days had 2 million. All
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's good.
2 million.
Also, the reasoning why they also complimented them on the backward track, to be honest, is because Yoshida said it themselves. Yo, that is too hard. We can't do it. They
Yeah.
embarrassed them.
Hmm.
What else can they do? They embarrassed them. The way that Microsoft
Man.
is doing the backward compat is like it's never been done before, especially with those 4K updates and enhancements. That shit is
Yo,
crazy.
even Digital Foundry doesn't know how the fuck they doing it. All right,
Exactly.
and these are tech geeks.
Exactly. 3 generations of consoles under one roof. So they had no choice. So to be fair to you, Ghost, when you said you're right, but that's more than likely the reasoning why he said congratulations. But they embarrassed them. They can't do nothing about it. But when we're talking about games, right?
All right.
You never even say that. But what I did see was when Phil congratulated him on God of War, I think Yoshida did say thank you, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's a tough situation, like I said. Long-winded or like a broken record. The promoting mixture, that's what I told you. But at the same time, and it makes sense with the big games because everybody's watching God of War right now because it's behind or because they like the game or whatever the case may be. So it makes sense for fans, you know. But at the same time, it kind of makes them look like if they're being weak for those that are ignorant, that are not really adults and don't know how to think outside the box or think logically because it's a business before anything else, which is what Microsoft is about. They're about making money. So, that's how I look at it. So I get it, but I'm like you, Clyde. I'm probably like this, a lot of you on this panel. I understand, but at the same time, part of me says, damn, I shouldn't even say shit. Well, if you're going to congratulate him, do it on your own person. Go on Yoshida and congratulate him on the phone. Personally, when nobody got
Right.
to say this. What I say? I don't know, because they got to know each other. I'm pretty sure they called each other, talk to each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, they know each other, man.
So, why not do it privately and at least and Sony will know about it? It's, and you still get it across and you look professional, but not do it public because that's when it becomes a problem. Because especially with those fanboys, and those haters, because they use that shit as ammo and they don't let it go. They just keep on, and they think it's funny when in reality it's very ignorant and clownish and nipper and childish. It's like, what? Be quiet. Like you need to grow up. And we're the corporate slaves of the clown, and they don't see their own actions. They don't live by their own, messaging. They like to preach. But that's how I feel about it.
All right, good shit. Good points, everybody. Everybody raised up valid points, and like I said, I'm still torn. All right, because I get the why. You know what I'm saying? But I also understand, the shitstorm that it causes in its wake,
Yeah.
which is
Yes.
Yeah.
which is kind of trippy. You know what I'm saying? It caused the shitstorm. All right. I mean, just look at his Twitter feed. You know what I'm saying? All the people that replied to that tweet. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. And I can't be mad at the people that are bothered by it. You know what I'm saying? Because I do understand that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I do understand that he's a gamer. I just finished playing Conquer Live and Reloaded earlier this morning, and I put up a review. You know what I'm saying? For an OG Xbox backwards compatible game, an old ass game. Yes, it's an old ass game. All right, but it's an old ass game that deserves to be revisited. All right,
Oh
because
hell yeah.
just like people still pay Tetris nowadays. Is that not an old ass game? I mean, yo, if Conker's an old ass game, Tetris, yo, they still slapping the dust off that motherfucker. All right, I'm
Done.
serious, yo.
In
You know
the
what I'm
Stone
saying?
Age.
These are games that deserve to be played, and guess what? Not everybody has played them. All right,
Yes.
that's one of the beautiful things about backwards compatibility on the Xbox platform. All right, because you got 3 generations of games that you could easily access and play for the first time as if they were new. All right, and not only that, but they look better than ever.
Hey,
Oh hell
Scope.
yeah.
Frame rates that are fucking through the roof. Go ahead, Erock. Go ahead.
Why are you sitting here trying to put over Xbox backwards compatibility for these idiots when they are lined up to buy the Sega Genesis Mini and the Super Nintendo Mini? Isn't it
Nah.
hypocritical to talk about you for playing old games when they're paying $60 and $70 for a console the size of your cell phone?
Oh,
Don't you see? Can't, guys, this guys.
That's true. That's true.
This
keeping it
this
real.
is this is this is the lunacy I live with almost every day. Okay, and
Mhm.
for those of you who are listening to this podcast, you better get your popcorn because this shit's going to get deep tonight. It's gonna get deep. But go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No. You're right, yo. They lining up to buy these old ass platforms and whatnot. Isn't Atari coming out with one as well?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a trip. It's a trip. Know what I'm saying? But this is the only platform that lets you access all generations of Xbox, yo. There's only been three of them. We're in the third one now. And you're
Yeah.
able to access all of them. They look better than ever. Resolutions at 1080p, frame rates fucking rock solid 30 or 60, depending on the title. Come on, man. I wish all games were like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? I put on Conquer Live and Reloaded once they announced the backwards compatibility. I was waiting until Tuesday. I popped that shit on. I was like, man, this shit looks glorious. And then I played it for like half an hour. Then I was like, I took it back out. I popped in Panzer Dragoon Order. I was like, oh man, this shit looks sick. Played it for half an hour, popped it out, put in Hunter the Reckoning. Man, this shit looks glorious. Oh my gosh. I wish I could play them all at the same time, but I can't. Because I only got one console, one TV. You know what I'm saying? That plays the games on. You know what I'm saying? There's actually like 3 TVs in my crib. I'm just saying. But in the game room and shit, my game room and shit, there's only one console. You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
The
you're gonna
Xbox
play
One.
one game at a time anyway.
Exactly. I could only play one at a time. I wish I could play all of them. I'm gonna see if I can blow through Panzer Dragoon Order between today and tomorrow. So like that, I can put out another review on that shit. Because that game is all kinds of sick, man. I wish more people had played it back in the day, that more people knew about Panzer Dragoon.
It was a great game.
Because that game was fucking phenomenal, bro. And I was playing it through it on normal. And I was like, God damn, yo, am I that scrubby? I mean, I remember I used to blow through this game like nothing. And right now, I'm like, damn, man, it's just not want to know what it is. It's the generation of gaming we live in. We live in a generation where not all games, but a lot of games hold your hands.
Yeah.
Hold you by your hand, bro.
We getting old.
Nah, there's a lot of games now that hold you by your hand, man.
Yeah.
These old games and shit, they hard as nails.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers is hard as nails, man. It's like people talk about Dark Souls. Play Conquer Live and Reloaded and tell me you won't feel like smashing that controller against a wall.
Oh, I know.
I know what the fuck
bro.
that shit is, man.
Yo,
Yeah, no, J-Long knows it. J-Long was like, I told J-Long, I was like, yo, wait until you get to that lava stage with the hoverboards. You know what I'm saying? Because they was telling J-Law, no, the hardest part is when you go through the blades. I was like, nah, that's bullshit. Wait until you get to that lava stage. J-Law was like, yo,
That
glad
lava
I got
stage,
there.
I was on there for nearly 3 hours.
Damn.
Yo, go back to even Genesis, the helicopter game. I forgot the name of it.
Thunderblade?
Thunderblade. Play Thunderblade. Think it's so, you know what I mean? That's a whole game. That's hard as fuck. Play that shit. That's hard as hell back then.
Yeah, dude. The older games, they were unforgiving, people.
Yes.
All right, and on the OG Xbox, there was a lot of fucking hard ass games, from Enclave to the original Ninja Gaiden Black. I mean, fucking Gunvalkyrie. Oh my gosh, that's another Sega title. That was a game that if you was on the ground for more than a minute, your ass was grass. All right, because you would get swarmed like where the insects was doing people in Starship Troopers. That's the vibe that you got while you was playing this shit. It was like a whole bunch of insects running at you, just like Starship Troopers. The only way to get the hell out of Dodge was to make sure you knew the control scheme to stay afloat in the air and pick dudes off from the air. And that shit wasn't no easy task, people. That shit took skill. It takes skill. A lot of these games nowadays, if you think about it, they hold your hand to a certain degree. I'm not saying there's anything wrong in that. They just made it more accessible for the casual gamers. All right, because think of how much the growth the gaming industry has done since then, since the OG era. The growth has been fucking incredible. All right, now you got easily over close to what? Over 250,000 consoles out right now in this current generation, close to it. No, I'm saying, or maybe even 200,000 with the Switches. They're not at 250 yet, but they're probably at 200K, which is, I mean, not 200K, but, about 200 million, which is fucking ridiculous, people. That's some ridiculous shit if you look at those numbers, man, or they're getting close to it. And it's because games, they made it more accessible to people. They're still hard-ass games. I'm not doubting that. But there's a lot more games that hold your hands nowadays, all right? Now, anybody else want to add to anything on this subject before we move on?
Which one? The backwards compat or the CPU?
Whatever, yo. Y'all want to talk about the back compat? Whatever, yo. If y'all want to add to it before we move on.
I beat Conqueror as well. That game is something. It's something special. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut, but if you
Yeah,
Yeah.
listen
awesome
closely to
movie.
Conquer, if you listen closely to Conquer, there's actually a slight reference to it. The password for the club is the same exact password that was in Eyes Wide Shut.
Awesome.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
Awesome.
Like
Yep.
It's a
There's a
there's
lot
parody.
of movie
references out the
references,
wazoo,
yo.
man. You fight a freaking
It's a
xenomorph.
parody. Yeah, it's a parody. For sure, for sure. But see, that's the whole beauty of it because it's free, especially for all of us or all those who own the games.
The
But
ones
then
that
people are
own
like,
them. And the ones that
then
don't own it, it's only $10, bro.
Right, you get
You
the
I
can't
paid
opportunity
get
to
40.
you
play it.
can't even get an indie game that looks this good for $10, people.
the
Guys, I
lie.
paid. I bought it physically for $45. People, $10 is a steal. Go for it. Buy it now.
That's what I was. You took that out of my mouth. Getting into next. The first thing they'll be like is, oh, but you gotta pay for your own. As a yeah, but it's only $10. You know, something like Shadow of the Colossus was 40 and 50. Like the last one, and it was just like maybe a little bit better frame rate or a little bit better resolution and take away the frame rate. It was a give or take. These days are giving you whatever they're
Can't hear
playing.
you too well. You're botting on us, bro.
Yeah.
Badly. Something major. Something
Yeah.
serious.
Hey, well, one thing I want to say, but I don't want to talk too much into the future. But I was looking at
Yeah.
with this bad compat. I mean, just think
Uh-huh.
about it here. When the next Xbox come out, all of the Xboxes probably be natively backwards compat on this next
Oh no, they are.
system.
Yep.
Man, just imagine. Oh, then they're gonna upscale it again because you know they doing them and getting better.
Yep.
They up in the annex. So if you haven't played a original Xbox game now, and then when the next Xbox come out, you still gonna have the opportunity to go back and play that game. Or like let's say
Hmm.
like how you the difference like me and you, Collider. If you want to go back and revisit a game, you could do that. You know what I'm saying? They got so many
Hmm.
implementations that they could do with this. And people not realizing how big of a thing that this backwards compat is actually going to be, not for just now, but just for in the future, and how you're going to be able to just bring all your games. Man, just imagine people with
Yeah. Is
hundreds
it
and
is it want
hundreds
to
of
know what it
games.
is? The people that say that, oh, you playing old ass games and whatnot, yes, because we don't play one and done games. All right.
Right.
We play games that have replay value, games that you want to revisit. There's a difference. All right. If you play a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
one and
Conker's
done
one of
games, I
those.
understand. I understand why you don't want to go back to something old, right? Because yeah, of course, all the titles you played are one and done. You don't want to revisit that shit. But if you actually played something where the gameplay was that good, where the story was that good, you know what I'm saying? The layout, the design itself was that good. Like, Jet Grind Radio Future, one of the games I got to put out there. I mean, that shit was just incredible.
And you'd be
But
curious about the tweaks they added to the games too. I mean, just
dude,
think
that's
about
another thing. I was telling
yeah.
people in the video I put out like last week. I was like, yo, this is Conquer Live and Reloaded before I even did the review today. And I was like, this is in 1080p. I'm not playing in 4K. I ain't got an X. You know what I'm saying? They playing in 4K. And this shit looks phenomenal at 1080. I can imagine what it looks like in 4K. You know what I'm saying? It's just that each one of these consoles is going to enhance whatever you play. So whatever the next Xbox is going to be, whatever resolution that motherfucker pumps out, whether it's 8K or 12K, yo, you're gonna
Hey,
see
man, you put
all
me some more
these
coke in
titles
there.
from this generation playing in either 12K or 8K. That'll be retarded.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man,
So people
I'm
don't
I'm
understand, man. That shit goes a long way. Go ahead, trip up.
now I was saying people don't realize the investment that you're doing today, it carries on to for tomorrow. It ain't like, you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying, it's like the difference between when you go and rent something and you owning something. You no, let's say leasing. You might lease it, then when the next thing come out, then you got to repurchase the newer version or whatever it is. Like, you know what I'm saying, what they saying, like these remasters or these remakes, instead of owning it
Yeah,
and they actually giving you a remaster without you having to pay for it, because when they upscale it and they do their little Merlin the Magician magic tricks they be doing
exactly,
to these
dude.
games to bring it up to the wide screens and just the looks of the games. Man, some of these, like how you were just saying, I went looked at some of the 360 games and I was like,
Hmm.
man, these games are looking as good as the indie. These are like the quality of the indie games
Yeah,
that we
pretty
paying
much.
$40 for, that we paying $5 and $10 for. And if you own the game, you can just pull it out, blow the little dust off, pop it in there, boom, you in there. You can either do it that way, but you know what I'm saying, digitally, you can just download it. If you don't have it, you can get it that way. I mean, it's options. They giving you everything that you could actually want. I mean, things that you might actually know that you wanted, they actually being able to bring those type of things to you. Like you might say, I didn't think of that, but that's a good idea. That's a good option. Like Hunter was saying, he was on the phone talking in the party chat. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's just the small minor things people don't realize. EA Access, Game Pass, stuff like that. They're giving you 4 games free a month. I mean, things like that. And then the games gonna come with you as you go along. So your catalog is gonna grow regardless, as long as you're a part of the ecosystem. They saying that's all you have to do. Be a part of the ecosystem. They make sure they taking care of you. You know what I'm saying? It might not be everything, but you still can get a lot of stuff in a lot of different ways that you can get it. Like a person that he went and bought a PlayStation, and I was on the phone. Both of them casual. It wasn't no bad on blood, no bad conversation, and nothing like that. He was I was just telling my homeboy, I was like, yeah, man, you get Game Pass, and you got this game, or you can get EA Access, with this game. And his homeboy was over there. He was like, yeah, he had a PlayStation. He was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get that on my PlayStation. And I had to bust his bub. I said, man, dog, that's not for the PlayStation. He was like, yeah, man, they got that for the PlayStation too. I said, no, they don't. So he had to go look it up and find out because he heard about it when EAX games, but what I'm saying, it didn't resonate that it was just something for the Xbox. So when he found out that, he was like, damn, I got this PlayStation, but what I'm saying, he got God of War right now, so he said he good, but he said if he would have knew that, he would have got an Xbox because he could have got all these games. So they going in the right direction, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And with the back compat and they giving you backwards compact games every month free would go, man, you can't beat that.
Yeah, you saw the games that are coming out now for Games for Gold? Dude.
Oh, my favorite game of all time.
I'm thankful Hebot sent me a copy because Hebot actually sent me a physical copy of Vanquish. Thanks to Hebot for that and Ninja Blade. But they're putting Vanquish out on back compat. I mean, on Games with Gold. They're putting Vanquish out on there. It just makes me think: is that Vanquish 2 really coming for E3?
Yeah, but that one's not confirmed. We don't know what that is yet. Somebody we don't know if that's Photoshop. Yeah, it ain't. Microsoft ain't came on set that yet.
But shit, we got Dead this month.
Well, the other one that they said though was Metal Gear Solid.
But they just do that in game. But see, that's crazy because they just do that in Game Pass and it got taken out.
No, and they took it out in Game Pass.
Well, but it's all good because that was free. Now you get it on Gold.
No, they had the first game. The first, they had the real.
I believe they had the second one too.
Yeah, no, that one's still that one is still in there, but they had the original, the one that Jay Long said he didn't like. I forgot what it was. I don't know if the family.
Oh, that's the one that's gonna be free.
That was that was in Game Pass when they took it out.
It's the second one that's gonna be
the demo.
All right. Yeah. Phantom Pain is a new one. All right, thank you for clearing that up. I was about to get mad.
But Ground Zero already in Game Pass.
All right, no, but I got Ground Zero, man. I was mad. I bought that shit on sale for $10, and I felt like they stole my money, yo.
Man, hey, I felt the same way. That's why I ain't buy the whole game. I said, man, fuck.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you know what? I already gave your motherfuckers $10, and this shit was not worth $10.
Is that the game?
Right? That was a $1 demo.
For
that was a fucking demo, bro. Let's be honest. That's exactly what that was, a fucking demo, and they charge people $30, brand new. Wow, that's
Kojima for you. He's that egotistical. He's that egotistical,
serious, man. Yo. But I'm glad, yo, that they're coming out with the Phantom Pain on back compat, though, man. That I almost fucking pulled the trigger on it fucking like last month. They had that shit on the spring sale. I was like, should I get it? Nah, man, fuck that. I'm still burnt on the fucking Phantom Pain. Fuck that. And now they're giving it away for free. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I'll take that. Hell yeah.
Hey, yeah. Right? That's happened to me with Back to the Future. That Back to the Future game. I was about to buy it, and I seen it with free with gold. I mean, it ain't that good, but it's okay game.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. I mean, I finished going to Telltale shit. I actually finished Guardians of the Galaxy. I finished it the other day. It was slow. I mean, yeah, I give it like a 7.5. But I started playing Batman. The first one. The Telltale?
You on season one? You on season one?
Yeah, I'm season one. And I finished the first episode. That shit was action-packed. There was a lot of shit happening. You know what I'm saying? And it's a different version of Cobblepot. I've never seen this version before with that Aussie accent and all that. I was like, all right, this is actually kind of trippy. I can't front. And then I started thinking of Gotham. I don't know why. Just because Cobblepot was so fucking different. Know what I'm saying? It's not the Penguin I'm used to. Know what I'm saying? The classic Penguin. So I
Right,
was like,
right.
all right, this on some Gotham shit. Know what I'm saying? But it's Batman. Know what I'm saying? And he ain't even no Catwoman. Know what I'm saying? That shit happened with Catwoman. Yo, I was bugging when when fucking I
Two
saw
Face.
Catwoman with his homeboy. Yeah, with his homeboy and
Yeah.
shit. I was like, oh shit. I was like, look at this bitch. And then she looked at his scar on his chin, know what I'm saying? And he looked at her black eye. They knew each other. I was like, oh shit. This is about to get interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
And it
Hey,
reminds me of
wait
the
till you get into
Christopher
like
Nolan
the.
Batman movies, like the train that like goes overhead and shit like that. I was like, yo, that's the shit out the fucking Christopher Nolan movies. I was like, all right, I can feel what people feel in this game. Fuck yeah.
Wait till you get to like the third or fourth episode. You're gonna be like, man, this
No, I
got
can
the.
imagine, yo. 100 was telling me that fucking Batman and Selena get busy. So I was like, all right, I need to
Now
check that
that's
out.
about that's personal. That's personal choice right there. That's per.
Oh,
You know how to
personal
tell.
choice? Well, I'm gonna make it my personal choice, bro.
But hey, but you know how they make it, man. But look, you got consequences to everything that you do. So you got to think
Yep,
about
yep.
the next. Just don't just go
Yeah,
ahead
yeah.
first thing
I
goes like
said I
that.
said something like Batman would say at the beginning when I first met Catwoman, and it said she will remember that. I was like, what? I was like, oh, yo, did I just shoot myself down? Nah, man, I need to be sweet. Hold on.
You gotta know what you're saying, who you saying it to,
I'm here, guys, in
uh,
Yep.
case.
who to be friends
Yeah,
with, who
good
not to
shit.
be
Good
friends
shit. He
with.
bought.
Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
sounding
You
good now.
home?
Who to be friends
Hell
with, not to
yeah,
be
you can
friends with,
tell
all
you
types
home.
of shit. I
All
mean,
right,
hell
all
yeah,
right.
Hang on,
that shit,
but
that shit, that
if
shit.
y'all remember that, you see what Telltale did? I'm gonna give y'all a move. Y'all, I ain't, saying this shit is crazy, and I think people should take it. Remember the movie Big? What he said? He said, "I wanted an interactive comic book." That's what that shit is. And he said, "I wanted people to make their own choices."
Yeah, yeah. He did say that in the movie, Big. Yep.
You know what I'm
So I
saying?
want to make a
Telltale
comic
took
book where
that.
people make their own choices.
Hmm.
They even got some
And people are
Netflix
sitting there
shows
like,
like that too.
Is that Tom Hanks movie?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually pretty cool though. But yeah, they did state that shit
And he
back in
said
the day.
that's back in the 80s. And look what it is
Hmm.
now. And people looked what he was around the board. They looked at him crazy, like, huh?
Dude,
And I
I'm
think
hoping to see
Marvel,
three. We
DC
see the
need to
new
do that.
version of Telltale.
Yep. They need to up the ante. And shout out to my saying The Walking Dead. It's about to end. Man, I'm on my baby girl finna go. Man, oh, man, we go out with a bang. I grew up with her. Shit.
It's
Let's
like
go.
Yeah,
once I
yeah.
finish Batman, I'm gonna get into the Walking Dead franchise and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
like,
even Borderlands
Man,
is good.
Clementine bet not die. If she died,
Oh
I
no,
don't, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm really gonna be pissed. I might break my controller. But man, these motherfuckers,
The
they
Walking
fucked up
Dead game.
Clementine.
The first one was great. I didn't start the second one, man. The story on the first one, I've never even seen the show, and I loved it. So
oh wow, look
Well,
at
see,
that,
they
Man,
man.
don't
Look at
have
that.
nothing to do with the show. That's
yeah,
that's
do. Hey,
comic.
yeah, do.
right,
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
yeah,
No,
do.
that's
Hey,
more comic
pay,
book. That's
no,
more
pay
comic
attention.
book.
Yeah, it's more comic book, but you pay attention to it. Certain things in a TV show, if you watched it, like on certain
Well,
seasons,
the
they
TV
might have
show
walked by
takes
a
its
car.
inspiration from the comic book show.
No,
Well,
So
I'm
are
he
you
talking
gonna
getting all
about
the
believe that
motherfuckers is
Asian,
from the
I'm
comics.
talking about from the
the Asian dude
Telltales.
does show up though?
Yeah, from
The
the
Asian dude, I
Telltales.
believe.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
show up. I mean,
The
it's more
only
than
guy
that.
that's created new for the show was Daryl.
right.
Yeah.
He's the only one that actually wasn't in the comic books and whatnot, and they
Yeah,
Hey,
created
because
him
when
for the show, and
when
he
you
took
play
on a life of
Michonne,
its own.
Michonne is different from the if you play Michonne's Tales, that's different from the Michonne that we know of.
yeah, but hey, something y'all
That's
ain't
the
missing
comic
though. Like
version,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
if you
yeah,
watch the
because it's the
TV
comic
show,
book version of Michonne.
they'll have somebody spray paint something on the car or something like that. And if you go to the Telltales, you'll see that happened on the Telltales game. And they was like, oh, I remember that on the Walking Dead TV show where when they was walking past a car, it might have had something on there, but they showed a glimpse of it. The Telltales games will pull up assets like that and put it in their game, where you'll feel like you're in that same world on top. It might not coincide with each other, but you could
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
feel like you're in that same world as with them, just coming from a different
Angle.
place. Yeah, different angle. Yeah, but please don't clear Clementine. Oh, and Netflix got stuff like that too. You can watch a Netflix TV show, and they got where you can interact, where you can make your choices on the TV shows that they have on Netflix.
What show is
Just look
that?
for the one. I mean, it got a bunch of them. It's more like cartoon, like Puss in Boots, and it's a bunch of stuff. But it's
All
like
right.
you'll see a little lock or something on it when you're going through the names and stuff. Once they got like a little lock on it, that means you can
Yeah.
influence the TV show.
Oh, I ain't
Okay,
never known
that's
that.
actually pretty trippy, huh? That's pretty trippy to what they're doing in this day and age and shit with media and fucking entertainment. That's what's up. And I'm really hoping that this E3 Telltale shows like their new souped up Telltale game because they saying they're going next gen now. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna put in AAA assets and all that. It
Well,
just
they going
boggles
to
the
outdo
mind on what they could
Detroit.
possibly do. No, who knows, man? Who knows? You know, Telltale on some shit. That game playing Batman was dope. That first
Hell yeah.
episode, I was like, yo,
Yeah.
this shit is tight.
But see, thing with Telltale's thing about it, the license is not hard to get with it. They know that
Hmm.
somebody making to go make a good story behind it, so they got a good little bit, you know, what I'm saying, background. Like they're not gonna fuck up my shit. Now I ain't really
Exactly.
liking the Guardians of the Galaxy. I ain't really feeling that shit. I gotta beat that shit, but I ain't really feeling it right now. But I gotta go. I gotta go play it. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
episode
You
was
want to
one was
finish it
nice
and
though.
whatnot. Yeah, episode one was the sick as fuck, man.
mm,
Sick as fuck. And there's one or two other standout episodes. And certain things happen which are bugged out and mind blowing. Like episode two is a tearjerker at the end. All right, there's a tearjerker at the end of episode two. You know what I'm saying? It's like you find out they let you know more about the backgrounds of who each of the Guardians of the Galaxy was. That's why I found it a little slow, but that background information was enlightening. It's shit that I even didn't know. All right,
Oh
that I was
damn.
like, wow. You know what I'm saying? It's like I knew the shit about Rocket. You know what I'm saying? Because I had the first issues of Rocket Raccoon back in the day. But you know what I'm saying? To be in a Telltale game for people to actually see this, and you see a reference mentioned to what happens in the Telltale game, episode two, in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. When they're in that police lineup, under Rocket, it says associates, and it says Groot, and it says I forgot the name of the character and whatnot, but that character actually shows up in episode two. All right. So it's like little things like that. You know what I'm saying? That they're keeping real consistent with the comic books. You find
Right.
background
Let's
on
still make put a
Gamora,
smile on your
on
face.
Nebula, on Peter Quill's relationship with his mom's, freaking Drax. You find out about Drax's daughter in the fucking series. There's a whole bunch of crazy stuff, yo, that's really bugged out. And even stuff on Groot that I was like, wow, they didn't even have to go there, but they went there. I was like, okay. So that's why, as far as storytelling, I would like is up there. Is up there. They gave a lot of background information, but that's what slowed it down a little for me. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I want them to get their hands on Halo, man. I mean,
No,
my
hell
fingers
yeah.
crossed, man. If
Man,
Telltale get their hands on Halo, man, they don't have they just they could do anything but Master
that
Chief. You
that
go
shit would
with a
be
different.
crazy. That shit would be crazy, yo. If they
Hell
get their hands
yeah.
on Halo. All right, but that's good. Let's move on to the next subject, though. Let's go to the elephant in the room. All right, because there's an elephant in the room. There's been a lot of shit popping off this week, but God of War
Oh,
dropped
Oh
on the
shit.
PlayStation 4. All right. And, you know, there's been people throwing salt at it. There's been people throwing praises at it. They put it on a pedestal. It's the best game ever since sliced bread. No. But, you know, there's a lot of things. You know, it's in the media. It's everywhere. Don't say you even got Mike Ibarra streaming the motherfucker now. Know what I'm saying? So let's go to a couple of the gamers in the room and whatnot and hear their thoughts on God of War. So I want to start with you, Iraq. Yo, Iraq, what are your thoughts on God of War, man? Well, what's up with all the hype?
Oh man, can you guys hear me?
Yep, yep.
yep.
Yeah. Hey, first of all, congratulations to all the multi-console gamers out there who aren't children and are enjoying God of War. I'm glad you're enjoying it. To the PlayStation fans who are on Twitter every day, or in comment sections on YouTube,
The zealots,
runner
the zealots.
the zealots, the four-legged beasts, the half-breeds. Enjoy your game and shut the fuck up, please. Really, listen. I'm gonna make this quick, guys. It ain't gonna be a long one. I've been gaming for more years than I can even remember, man. Probably since 1983. I have never seen. I mean, not even when Mortal Kombat came out. I have not seen this much hype about a game they're going to play and forget about in 2 weeks in my life. I've never seen anything like this. This is unprecedented on a scale of pure bullshit and fuckery. This is unprecedented. Um, everybody, Dealer, Zaire, Crap Gamer, Mike Ibarra, a guy tweets out, "Hey man, after playing 5 minutes of God of War, I feel like a better father." Like, really? Then
What?
you need to take
What?
that kid to child services and hang yourself. Then you got
Hey,
then you got if playing a video
Damn.
game makes you a better father. Then you got oh the God of War. It's really emotional. It's emotional. We never had emotional games before. I remember playing Gears of War and finding Dom's wife Maria and crying like a baby. But emotional gaming is somehow something new this year. And yeah, I've seen it. It looks pretty, just like Hellblade send you a sacrifice, maybe even prettier. It's a bunch of pretty pixels. It's fantastic. But to me, guys, I hate to be the Debbie Downer. I hate to be the X spot in the room. It's God of War again. Somewhere out there has to be a gamer with me somewhere who is tired of God of War, who you're not really looking forward to shooting the locust again. No offense to Master Chief, but I mean, listen, guys, God of War and Gears of War. I love Gears of War. Gears of War is my shit. But how long is gaming going to be stuck in a holding pattern of being stuck in yesterday? I don't care what kind of gloss of paint you put over it. I don't care. You want to impress me? Come up with a new way to play God of War. Come up with a new way to play Gears of War. Come up with a new way to play Halo. I mean, if they could do some shit with Halo, the way they did with Sea of Thieves, where every time I play Sea of Thieves, I don't know what's going to be next. I don't know what it's going to be next. I don't know whether I'm going to have anxiety, fear, anger, get pissed off, be celebrating. I don't know what I'm going to feel each day I play Sea of Thieves. Rare's masterpiece that that
I,
apparently
yeah.
that apparently that apparently is trash and is garbage. And first thing first, before I continue, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up real fast. I want to give a shout out to our leader here, Kaleidoscope, because unlike the rest of these frauds in the Xbox community, Zaire, Dealer, a lot of these guys, uh, Kaleidoscope actually plays games. Okay, let me tell you what this guy has done in Sea of Thieves. My goal in Sea of Thieves was to catch up to uh, somebody gotta cut their mic. My goal in Sea of Thieves was to catch up to the Welsh gamer. Well, I caught up to him, but there's no catching up to Kaleidoscope. This guy's gamer score in Sea of Thieves is 225 to my 125. He's got 19 achievements to my 13. He's cashed in 100 gold hoarders chest to my 17. Distances traveled 631,831 to my 255,868. Voyages completed 72 to my 23. To make this quite clear, Kaleidoscope fucking games. Why doesn't he have more subscribers? Why isn't he a bigger YouTube? And why do you frauds, Dealer and Zaire, have so many subscribers when you haven't even touched Sea of Thieves? Before you speak on Sea of Thieves, shut up. Unless you've got time in like Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope, you're the man. I'm impressed with your stats. Anyway, getting back to God of War, I want to give a slow clap to everybody who's enjoying God of War. I'm glad. It looks like a fantastic game. I personally will not be purchasing it. I have no plans of getting a PS4. I have no plans of getting God of War. I've played God of War 3. I even had the God of War collection when it came out on PS3. I am God of War out. But if you enjoy it, fine. Enjoy it and shut up. Mikey Barra, you shut up. Twitter, you guys shut up. Uh, 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 what's his name? The guy in charge of Sony, Suzuki, Kazuhiro, whatever. You shut up. Everybody, shut up. Play the game and get ready to do what I know you're going to do in 3 weeks. Give us shit about State of Decay 2 because I know that's what's coming next. They cannot wait to take a crap on State of Decay
State of
2. So
Decay.
State of Decay. But you know what, man? It's all good because gaming, as I said in one of my videos, it isn't gaming anymore. It's all about the mob. It's all about what's popular. And it's all about if we can't get Kaleidoscope to crack, we're going to clown him every day and make him feel like he's missing something when clearly this guy just said he don't have his time in his day to finish all of these games, especially when his gamer score on Sea of Thieves makes every other Xbox looks like crap. So before you come at him, before you come at anybody in this panel, especially Ghost Rider or J Long, who are Xbox and they've actually played God of War and about to give us their first impressions, shut the hell up. Okay, these guys are gamers. I'm tired of hearing about God. If I see one more post about God of War, about how some guy's a better father, or they could take better care of their dog, or they're feeling themselves now. Kaleidoscope, I'm going to throw the fuck up. Not because I'm hating, because I don't listen. I don't need to hear this. Mike Ibarra, I don't need you tweeting about you're live streaming God of War, live stream Sea of Thieves. God damn it! And by the way, rare, wherever you are, thank you for giving me something that I wanted to play, and now I'm done. I've got nothing else to say.
Uh, that
All
was an
right.
editorial from Erock X.
Amen.
That's his personal
That.
opinion. It's none of our opinions at the DirectX show.
That's the Don King of Xbox people. All right, but yo, I got to keep it honest, yo. I feel you, E-Rock, to a certain degree. All right, as far as like the types of games that they've been boring you and whatnot. You're sick of the same old formulaic type of gaming.
Same old
You're
shit.
more now into the emergent gameplay that games like Sea of Thieves offers, and in a month's time, State of Decay 2. All right,
And I
which
wasn't.
is something you
It
can't
just
predict.
happened. Yeah, it just happened. It came out of nowhere. I hated multiplayer. I hated multiplayer until this year. I finally got on multiplayer. I was like, damn, this is what I've been missing. This is dope.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? You feel all types of emotions when you're going through these games. Meanwhile, I'm not throwing salt at these games, all right? Let's say, a story-based game, whether it's Quantum Break, whether it's God of War, Uncharted, Tomb Raider. You know what I'm saying? You're told something that's already, you know what I'm saying? It's linear to a certain degree. All right. The story is not going to change. All right. No matter how many times you play it, you're not changing that story. All right. So whatever emotions you felt during that time, you might not necessarily feel the same thing the second go round or even a third go round. All right. Whereas something that has emergent gameplay, you feel the full spectrum of emotions, people. All right. That's something that as a gamer, as any gamer, is something that everybody would actually like a piece of, man. The State of Decay, man. I felt anger one time at my whole crew. I was so pissed off, I left the fucking party. All right? Because I was like, yo, man, you know what? I would just leave because I don't want to fucking go off on anybody. So, yo, goodbye, peace. And I left. You know what I'm saying? Later on, the next day, my homeboy calls me up. He was like, yo, I deleted the game. I was like, yo, you ain't have to do that. It's like, yo, it's because everybody was stressed out yesterday. It's all good. Yo, they caught us with our pants down. You know what I'm saying? It won't happen again. You know what I'm saying? And we game again the next day. Same group of people, you know what I'm saying? They got fucking stolen for all their shit the night before. You know what I'm saying? But we got on the next day and we actually robbed a couple of other people. You know what I'm saying? So it was all good. You know what I'm saying? And even J-Long played with me recently and whatnot, and J-Long was feeling shit. He never even felt in the game. J-Long was like, God damn, man, what the fuck, yo? It's like everybody was on edge, everybody was on pins and needles. Like, damn,
It's
yo, these
stressful,
dudes try to
man.
take our shit, yo, they coming up, man, they coming up. It's like, yo, it's like the type of anxiety that you feel in these types of games is just ridiculous, man. All right, but let's go with J Long. I want to hear from J Long because J Long actually just got God of War recently. You know what I'm saying? He asked me my impressions. I told him the other day, but I want to go with what J Long thinks about the game now. So J Long, what are your impressions of God of War? What you played so far?
Check out my old videos, like where I was breaking down the games, and I said positive things about God of War before I even picked it up. I thought the other ones were weak. Like they had a cool concept, they had some cool moments, but to me, the actual hack and slash and the camera angle, I thought it was average. I didn't think it was all that compared to real hack and slashes like Ninja Gaiden, Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, etc., etc. But this new one is a great change of pace. It's basically like Crap said. It's like the Tomb Raider reboot with God of War. The combat is visceral. I love the abilities, the variety of environments, the just how big the map is. There's always branching paths. There's always more stuff to do. And I'm really liking it so far. I just really like the evolution, and it's just got a lot of content for a single player game. I really like the Tomb Raider game, and this is right up there. Like, one thing that I will say though, if this is a 10, I say Tomb Raider is also a 10,
Yeah.
because Tomb Raider gave me the same feeling. It's just this one has an axe instead of guns and whatnot. But I'm fucking
All
with it,
right.
man. I'm really liking it, and this is definitely the best PlayStation game. One flaw I will say though is it. There's parts where it looks just like Horizon. There's parts where it's like
Yeah, I
Uncharted.
was
It's
actually
like
playing the stage today that screamed of
right,
Destiny 2, bro.
really. Yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say that for your part, but it's very familiar. Like it's not doing anything really new, but it's doing everything great. So not to knock anything from it, but it is a lot of deja vu. The snowy, the landscapes very, very Sony. It's their trademark, really. And
Uh
when I helped my son across the bridge, bro, I cried, man. I cried, bro. I'm a bit of father.
huh. All right, yo, I feel you. All right, well, good. That's a good input, man. I can't front. That's
Respect.
a good input, man. Yo, 100. I want to hear from you, man. I mean, God of War has been all over everything. You know what I'm saying? People are saying it's like a masterpiece and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not taking away anything from it. No, I'm really enjoying the game my damn self. But it took them how many years to get to this point? 'Cause, I mean, I was playing Rise at launch. You know what I'm saying? I was playing Killer Instinct at
2013.
launch. You know what I'm saying? I was playing Titanfall within the first 3 months. You know what I'm saying? I was playing a whole bunch of bangers, all these past years
Quantum
and
Break.
whatnot. But I'm not taking away. I'm
Understand.
not taking away from what God of War is. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. But what are your thoughts, 100?
Man, the game looked gorgeous. I'm glad everybody's super hyped about it. Um, did I go pick it up? No, I tried to red box it last night. It was empty. Um,
There, you can't even red box the motherfucker. Damn.
yeah, but I like people. There's nothing wrong with a good game. It's a good game. Um, but you know, I'm like, oh man, I'm like, I'm too invested in too many games. I need to quit. I told you, alcohol, women, and fucking video games got my life. That's my problem. I'm addicted to them three things. You take one out of my life, I don't know what to do with myself. I go to sanitarium.
Mhm.
But but man, I'm glad people liking it. Glad people enjoying it. Enjoy it. Don't go return the motherfucker after you beat it. Please don't, because if I catch you and somebody returning, I'm clowning. Plain on down. Don't let me catch your ass returning that motherfucker, because what I'm saying. But it's I'm glad that it's a different part of Kratos. People like they said they love the how you can do the Thor thing with the hammer and stuff like that. I was talking to my man Tex on my way home from the Dodger game, and he was breaking shit down to me and selling industry. It was sounding real interesting while I was sitting in the fucking traffic jam for fucking 30 minutes getting out of damn stadium, fucking LA traffic. But
Yeah,
Dodgers.
I'm gonna get off in a few
uh,
minutes.
yeah, but it was cool. So y'all picked it up, enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Support the game, you know. And you can throw it in our face, but I don't feel like I needed it on Xbox. I can go play it on PlayStation.
Thank you.
All right, good shit. All right, let's go with you, Triple Cup, man. Yeah, I mean, I know you've been hearing all the stuff about God of War, this and God of War that. I'm probably sure that shit is coming out of your ears right about now. All right,
Man,
but what do you think about all this, man?
I mean the way I look at it, God of War is a good game. I looked at some gameplay. I've been seeing the gameplay. I'm like, it looked pretty fun. Looked like got a good thing to get your adrenaline pumping. You'll go through the go through the game. Have a good story, make you a better father, I guess. If that's what they want to call it, what I'm saying. Hey, you might be saying that you're spending quality time, something, I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah, yeah,
what I
yeah,
was
yeah.
looking at,
We got to clown Sony for that, though, man. Seriously, whoever said that shit.
yeah, that shit was.
But oh
And the
well.
fans for believing that shit too. The
I
fans,
mean,
they'll
but
be eating
it
that
might
shit up.
it might be like,
Well, they
look,
believe that 1080p makes you a better gamer, right? Oh well. Oh well.
yeah, however they want to put it, huh? So we just kind of like go with the emotions about the whole situation. But me personally, I look at it as God of War looked like a good game. I want to play it, but I'm not. I'd have got burnt too many times. I just said, about these single player experience because I just can't seem to play a single player game repeatedly. Because once I beat it,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
flip it, I move on. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
got all these games in my backlog. So if I'm playing a game that I'd have played before, I mean, man, you collided. We had the same conversation. We came
Yeah,
from different angles, and I respect your angle, and I know my angle. So I'm kind of like, okay, I understand both sides. So if you want to go
yeah,
out right now and get it, I understand. But not for me. I said, these these single player games, I'm gonna wait till they $30 now, because I don't want to play it, and then I got a good ass game I'm just looking at now. So
yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you told me your thoughts on Quantum Break, and I fully agree with you on that. You know what I'm
But
saying? If
hey,
it's
but
a
look,
game that you're only going to go through once and you're not going to go through it a second time or anything, it makes no sense to pay $60 for it.
right? Hey, but let me check. Says that it's controversial about me though. Two of my favorite games of this generation is Quantum Break and Tomb Raider. I'm calling Tomb Raider as like the whole reboot. You know what
That's
I'm
what's
saying? Just
up.
the whole thing. But
Yeah.
but I'm a multiplayer gamer.
Mm-hmm. Good shit.
That's what's up.
Ain't no fouling that, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So
All
I
right,
know I was
now, yeah, go ahead.
now I was just saying because I know like a lot of people they were just going out right now and it's so hyped about it. If this hype lasts next month, if I still hear this hype when State of Decay get ready to come out, then I have to say, okay, well, now I understand. But if I don't hear nobody talking about God of War and everybody want to stream God of War a month from now, and we still seeing Sea of Thieves being streamed all the way up to State of Decay, and after E3, if God of War, if people not playing it no more, now tell me, was that worth your money? Now, if you still playing it, I understand. It's
Wow.
worth the money.
Yeah, it's gonna be harsh because they talked all that
Yeah,
shit about
Yo,
Sea of
yeah.
well
Thieves.
said,
People
bro.
are
Well
still
said. I
streaming Sea of
respect that.
Thieves. That's gonna be harsh. Yeah.
That's
Yeah. That. I mean, that's official right
that's
there. I
yeah,
can't
that's
argue with that. You know what I'm
Gotta give
saying? It just
yeah.
depends.
yeah. I'm
That's
Yeah,
still
that's
appreciate
that.
it.
official, Chuck. That's official.
All right. All right. So let's go to. Well, thanks for the feedback on that. Let's go to Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider. He's actually Ghost Rider 730. I know Ghost. You actually put up a couple of videos on God of War. You actually tried streaming. You was having
Oh,
issues with the streaming
oh, I'm a,
and whatnot.
all right,
But what are your thoughts on the game overall and everything, and the way it streams and everything? Tell us
all right.
the
I'm a,
whole
I'm gonna
everything.
be honest and I'm gonna keep it real. All right, I got this game on Wednesday. Ahead of time before it came out on Friday, I had it. I said, you know what? Let me download this game. It took like with the updates and everything, it took hours, bro.
Damn.
I finally got it. Now, when I try to stream it, Sony had that shit blocked. I couldn't get nothing up. I had to take the video record shit and try to record footage, right? Then
Mhm.
they let it come up. They let me do the video recording of it and put it out. That's why when I put out the first video, I deleted that because then y'all could have heard my voice. But they actually, hold on for 1 second. Babe, what did Sony do to me when they muted my, what they said?
They muted your audio.
My, the third party, what? Disclosure. Well, they muted my mic. So you couldn't hear nothing I said. Now, when you see the epic fight that I had, I was mind blown. You understand?
Oh
Now,
wow.
yeah.
Damn. Why would
So
they want to mute that though, man? It's an
Friday,
honest reaction, yo.
yeah, yo, bro, my honest reaction was bugged out. But now, when I did it again on Friday towards night launch when it was gonna drop, they let me do somewhat of it. But now with Twitch, when I put it out again, to make a long story short, when I put it on YouTube, it would go on and then cut off. So I'm like, what the fuck? It'll stop streaming on YouTube. Then I tried Twitch. I did it for a while. The next day, woke up when the game was fully out. I twitched it, and it kept stopping on me, like cutting off halfway. I'm like, damn. I stopped the thing, do it back. I went back in the game to play it again to start because I wanted it to come out dope, and it kept
Yeah,
messing up
yeah.
on me. The service fucking suck on that. I'm
Damn.
being honest. That's my honest opinion. But
Yeah, yeah,
as
yeah,
for the
yeah.
game, bro, it's not like the old God of War, man. That hack and slash and the old Kratos how it looked. This is a new
Yeah.
improved, new rebirth of fresh air. Like it's a
Yeah, the
different,
reboot, like the
yeah,
Tomb Raider
reboot.
reboot.
Yeah, like, and I ain't gonna lie, the shit is dope, bro. Like
That's what's up.
it look good, and for a lot of dudes hating on the game, they like chill, bro. Like Like let Sony, they got a dope IP, bro. You can't hate no matter what anybody says, bro. Like PlayStation got a butter ass exclusive. God of War got a big fan base. I went to Best Buy, sold out. I went to GameStop, my nigga, sold out. Games selling like hotcakes. I went to mom and pop stores, hotcakes, console gone. None of that shit on the
You're not
shelf, bro.
lying, man.
And the funny shit is
Cause
this: people, go ahead, Jay. Do your thing.
well, I'm gonna go real quick. My cousin,
No more.
what sold me on this thing was my cousin, man. I saw him play this shit. I'm like, all right, and he let me play. I'm like, okay, this game is dope. But my cousin, he's a 2K, Call of Duty guy, and he saw how good this game was, and he got it. He don't really play hack and slash, man. There's gonna be a lot of people who are, just sold off the trailer,
Yeah.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I agree, bro. And the funny thing is, like, with the selling the consoles, right? All of them are sold out. I'm like, damn, yo, I'm going. When I went to GameStop, they got a 20% off on pops, pops and stuff like that. You buy the console, you got 20% off on certain items. You buy the game,
Yeah,
you got
Funko
20%
Pops.
off on you got certain percent off, 20% off on certain items. So I'm like, damn, son, like everywhere. So when people are hating and people, bringing up games to match it up, like you cannot do that. Like they got their greatness of weights, and the game is dope.
Yeah,
That
got
the
one
fighting,
more
the
topic. I'm
fighting,
gonna throw my
the
opinion
fighting
out.
in it is butter too. Like, and I like the way he throws the hammer, bro. It reminds me of the cartoon Thor, the comic book.
The axe, the
Bang,
axe,
the
the
axe,
axe.
the axe is fire. Like, there's certain genres in the game that's dope, man. It's an epic fight. I forgot the guy's name, named Bodok, I think is.
Balder, Balder the Brave.
Balder the Brave. He come up and knock on the door. He like, yo, I know you in there. He's talking reckless and crazy. He like, I know who you are. Kratos open the door, leave. Dude, bitch slap Kratos. I'm like, oh shit. Now he slapped Kratos. I ain't gonna lie, Kratos hit that motherfucker so hard, I thought he killed him. I thought it was an average dude. You know what I mean? It's a Viking. So I'm like, oh shit. Yo, Duke man hurt. He's like, yeah, Kratos holds him. That motherfucker was like, Odin sent me. Bow! This motherfucker, when I tell you this shit was epic, bro, it drew me into the game like, oh shit. That fighting scene, collab. You know what I'm talking about, J Long. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
talking
know,
about,
I
bro.
know.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, the blood, brutal. It was brutal, bro. And the shit was fire. Like, I ain't gonna hate on a game that's dope, bro. And the game looks good. And that's a 2018 exclusive on PlayStation side, bro. The game is fire so far. I made it up to the witch and all that. I'm about to get on a boat and start moving my little Puerto Rican ass on with Kratos and his son. And the aspect of putting his son into it, it feeds into it. You understand the story? His story gets good. The son and all that. You put different armors on him. He help you out with certain things. When he got his first body, basically how he's crying. Basically, his thoughts in his head. How Kratos as a father. By no means, this don't make you a better father, bro. That's a can of bullshit that Sony's shoving up people's asses right now. But other than
How
that,
you
bro,
gonna be a better father when you killed your own kids before? You
yeah,
killed your kid and
exactly.
your wife.
And then I never knew Kratos had a daughter in hell, basically, or something like that. He moved out the way. I found out, man. I was looking up mad stuff on Kratos and all that. It's like 13 games, basically, with the Vita and all that, all this. But that's neither here nor there, guys. This is a new, improved God of War. They could do things with this now. You understand? They can move on with this and forget the past, because God of War 1, 2, and 3 was fire, but that's the past. It's about now, the present, and that game is fire. I would not throw no shade on the game. I would not give it a high score. It's not no 10 for 10, because I believe no game is the greatest of all time, basically. No game deserves a 10. But other than that, my honest opinion, though, at the end of it all, I'll give it a score. But if just playing through this, man, and how the graphics look and how the game is falling, coming to play, shit is fire, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, the shit is dope. And for those out there that never played it, like, come on, bro. Like, if you got a cousin that got PlayStation, he got God of War, just go to his house, grab the controller. Just when you hit the tree, Collab, both of y'all and J-Lo, when y'all hit that tree and that controller, that DualShock 4 shook, it felt like you was hitting the tree with a hammer, son. Like I'm being honest, bro. When he's the game just started. And then I love the puzzles. The puzzlers with throwing the hammer and freezing this. You got a wall of nails coming down. You got to hit the hammer, run across, get over here. You got to try to do things to stop that so your son can get by. You and him.
Yo, yeah, that ceiling with all the nails and shit. That shit was crazy, bro. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of, and I know there's way more content coming up because you further than me, Collab. So I'm definitely want to go. I'm definitely devoting some time of my hours of out of work to playing that game because I want to beat it and I want to see what it's about. I want to get more of the story on how his wife died. You feel me? Is the little boy? This is what I'm thinking. Is the little boy half god of the Greeks and half Viking or something? God, nobody
Yo,
knows because it's a little
that
story.
shit is that people already said what it is. I don't want to know. Know what I'm saying?
I
Because
don't
I'm not
want
going
to. That's
to
why I don't
even
look
look
at
at the
nothing
Twitter
like that.
feeds.
I'm just
I want to find out on my own.
yes. That's why I don't look
I
at none of
know.
Twitter feeds or nothing like that.
I
And I
know,
don't go
Hello,
Lord.
into it. I heard
I
TV,
go
but went
say
in though. Shout out to TV, but he told me on the show that
Yeah.
we did with each other. He said he was gonna spoil it for everybody. Spoiler alert.
Oh
So
no,
he
he
went in
did.
and he did
Yeah,
that.
Hey, I'm gonna put this way. I give that boy some balls out of all the shit he put up with. You know, so I
Yeah,
already
he
did some
did his
shit on the
thing.
I already did some shit on multiplayer. I just found out this morning when I got up. I didn't know, and then I sit there and said, you know what? That's what the fuck y'all get. Man, I got spoiled on a whole lot of shit. Cause a lot of been in parties with us when we talking about TV shows and movies. He like, go on and spoil it. I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah,
It's not like it's no spoilers. It's not like IGN put up. IGN put up a motherfucking a spoiler review 2 days after a day after it came out.
yeah. I don't.
Yep.
I didn't look
So
into
I
that.
don't know why y'all get mad.
And another thing,
No,
a
but
lot of these
I just
people.
don't like spoilers. Know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah,
it won't really bother me if I do find out, but just to find out
Hmm.
that part, that thing that you go through when you find something out that's like mind blowing, that you're like, oh shit, word.
Because
You
you
know
want
what
to
I'm saying? Because
experience it.
sometimes you can figure it out, but sometimes it just catches you out of left field.
Yeah, but see, but during Reaper, they pissed Reaper off, and you know Reaper's the ultimate troll. So Reaper said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna give two fucks." And went to one of his sock accounts and it said, "Doop, doop, 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 doop." He turned to a keyboard warrior. You can't get mad.
no, it
You
is.
what? So
provoked
he
him.
spoiled the game for them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he
yeah,
did.
they was mad. See, they
Yeah,
kicked him.
but
I guess somebody took
Wow.
him out.
well,
So they kicked him out the live chat or something.
Wow.
that's
Because he was threatening to doing it, and he said, "Fuck it." He went to get one of his stock accounts. That's the ultimate troll.
T
Trolls
Reaper's
got
a
stock
legend.
accounts.
He's
Yeah,
a legend.
he don't
he's a
care.
legend now, huh?
Went over
T
there,
Reaper the
but I
legend.
wasn't mad at him.
Reaper's the legend right now. The
That boy,
God of War Slayer. He slayed it.
yeah,
He
that
slayed
boy
it.
did
Hard on
not
that
care.
right now,
They
bro.
made think about
Just like Horizon Zero Dawn. This
yeah.
game.
They made that boy. They made
But
him who he is. So you got to eat. You got to pay what you owe.
Collab. And
Yeah, he's very
That's
I
what
ain't
creative
he
gonna
too.
did.
lie. Collab
He's
and
a
100.
Frankenstein.
We did have the mocap graphics games and realistic games with I understand Rise Son of Rome. But like I said earlier in the day when I did a show for like an hour and I was speaking my mind, you cannot compare Rise Son of Rome to God of War. One is mythical, basically. He's fucking throwing an axe like Thor and catching it to a Rise Son of Rome, where I don't know where people
It's more
get.
realistic.
It's more realistic, and it's a Roman time era fighting barbarians. When you get people saying why he ain't got double swords or why he ain't got this, they ain't fucking have that in the Roman times. They had certain fucking swords, a shield,
Exactly.
and certain weapons. Like
Thank you.
What Roman in
Thank you.
history used dual blades?
exactly.
you.
Just be,
Like,
be
like
honest.
people need to get it through their fucking head.
That's like when
Yeah,
people want freaking yachts and Sea of Thieves.
yeah, like come on, like you cannot compare those two games graphic wise. One is a 2018 upscaling to 4K, and one is a 900p game. No matter what, it's gonna look way better because
That
it's
came
a
out
new
in
improved
2013.
game. Yeah, exactly. So Rise Son of Rome is a gem. It didn't sell because people didn't buy it.
Thank you.
Uncharted, Quantum Break didn't really sell because people ain't buy it. The shits are beautiful games, and the media shut it down. The media's been shutting Microsoft down, clowning them. Ryan McCaffrey clowning them for years. Y'all people need to wake up out there. Xbox news, wake up and see that we've been getting our ass whipped with the media in them. They don't give a fuck about the games we get. We get downplayed. When a game comes out doing the same shit that Rising them was doing with graphics, they get praised for it. Just like when we had TV, they got TV, they get praised for it. You got to understand that. And that's what gets me tight. Let it go because the game is dope as fuck. Like, we can't hate on that. That's why the ponies is going to keep throwing it in your face. And people don't realize that. Just chill out. Let them rock. Because when we had Gears of War, that's our greatness. We got Halo already. That was our greatness. We got Forza. That was our greatness. Their greatness awaits. Now they're getting their greatness. They got Uncharted 4. They just got God of War. That's the best game on their platform, basically. That looks the best besides Order 1886, my opinion. And then they're going to have the Last of Us 2 coming out. That's their greatness. You understand? So their greatness
Yeah.
is still coming. Ours is done. We looking on past this for the future. We had new IPs more than them, but at the end of the day, our IPs didn't sell because people ain't buy it. The fanboys hated on it. The media shitted on it. What more can I tell you? All I know
And
is
not
that
only that, but a lot of the fanboys, I'm sorry that I'm cutting you off, Ghost,
don't
but a
worry.
lot of the
I
fanboys
want to
say
tell no
that,
way.
oh, we want new IPs. Yo, you just listed two of them. Rise, Quantum Break. Sunset Overdrive is another one.
Exactly.
Brand new IPs, people. All right, this ain't God of War. You know what I'm saying? God of War is on
You're
what
talking about
title right now? It's like, and y'all saying that Microsoft only milks their franchises? Well, what's up with the God of War franchise? What's up with the Uncharted franchise? What's up with the Ratchet and Clank
Frank,
franchise? I
I'll
mean,
do
come
both.
on. What's up with Killzone? I mean, how many games do all these franchises have? All right, just as many as the Microsoft franchises,
more.
dumbasses. Y'all
Turismo.
like speaking out your assholes, man.
I'm
You
just
know what
being
I'm saying?
honest.
I understand. I understand opinions are like assholes. Everybody does have one, right?
And we all
But
shit.
damn,
Hey, maybe different
like
colors. Who
dudes be
knows?
tripping, man. They be jumping out the window with that bullshit. But
That
go ahead,
shit's crazy.
Ghost.
Like,
Continue what you were
nah,
saying.
nah, Colette, I'm just being honest. Like, we got dope games. Like Gears and that. There's nothing matching that. There's nothing matching Halo. Like ponies be like, yo, we got more story mode games. All right, y'all got your Uncharted, but we got Halo. Who can say on the Sony players? I don't want to have God of like
But
basically.
but they
I
say,
got
but there's another thing. This is why I got to interject, Ghost, because they say, oh, but our stories are more emotional. Dude, I was broken up when Cortana died at the end of Halo 4.
look at that.
All right, that shit was
Shit,
emotional as a
you
motherfucker for
gonna laugh
me,
at
especially a big lover of the franchise since the OG era.
you gonna laugh
That
at me.
shit just fucked my head up, yo. I was
No,
like,
No,
man,
I
Cortana,
had to
know what
I
time
had to
it
get
Cortana
I had to have a
fans,
brain.
man.
is.
When
Yo,
Cortana grabbed me on my face, I said, "Baby, I gotta go away. I love you, Bo."
Dude, that shit fucked me up, bro.
yo,
I
Collab,
was like,
you know what
man.
you gonna bug? You know what you gonna bug out at? When the little fat thing fed little Ori and it died, that shit touched me. But
Oh,
hey,
yo, at the
that was
first like
sad as hell.
5 minutes of the game, bro.
Yeah,
The
and that was the
first five
beginning.
minutes,
It was
man.
sad as fuck. But at the end of the day, Collab, what I'm trying to say in
And it
short words
had
is,
no dialogue. They made you feel something without even giving you dialogue. That shit was retarded. But it
yeah,
was dope. It was dope,
See,
man.
I
I
see it
can't
as
front.
people don't want to
see it
come
as this,
out
Collab.
and people don't want to come out and say that.
The PlayStation 4 is like they got running like you know what I mean. They got Uncharted and all that story driven games, but no
Mhm.
multiplayer. Where you get a good story game and a dope ass multiplayer. Halo and Gears.
Halo and Gears have both. Yep.
Exactly. They don't have that on their console side. They don't have a great story mode and a great multiplayer mode. You understand? So they lacking on
Yeah.
that. When they say we lacking
It's
on these
three
type of games,
things that
they
they have.
lacking on it.
And they don't
Three
have
But
things.
co-op
I'm
either.
gonna be
They don't
honest.
have
Yeah,
co-op at all.
co-op
At
added on
Mhm.
that.
all.
That's the difference between two different consoles. If all the consoles are the same, then it should be trash. But
Thank
every
you.
console,
Yeah.
every
But,
There's no
but to
point
be
has
there.
honest, to be honest,
solid
Microsoft
games.
covers multiple
Nintendo
genres, though.
covers,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Nintendo covers cartoony games. Where's their realistic games at? They got
But go,
Mario.
yeah,
They
but
got
go,
Zelda. They
but
got
go,
this. They not crying for that. They not
yeah,
crying.
yeah,
I'm an
go,
Xbox
go,
nigga, and I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna
go.
cry for a
What
God of War
Nintendo
game. You
Nation at?
understand?
Yeah, what do I need the mature game at? What
Yeah,
they
like
got saying I need a Halo Gears of 4?
exactly.
They
The
ain't
Xbox
saying
too.
none of that.
Yeah,
But see, when the Xbox thing about when it goes to Xbox, we get jumped on as a community. We get jumped on, and then we got a lot of, you know, what I'm saying false believers in the Xbox nation. That you know, what I'm saying listen to that motherfucking, you know, what I'm saying propaganda. You know, what I'm saying
Yep.
like I said, I've been playing too much Far Cry. We got a
listen,
bunch of Far Cry. We got a bunch of the fathers in our community, and
listen.
people
100.
following.
One thing about all of us in this panel, and I'm gonna be honest. In my opinion, we are leaders. We not followers, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not following people that want to be like God of War, bro. I'm not. I don't. It would be dope to get a game that's a story mode game that's fire like a God of War, but I don't want God of War. I got a PlayStation 4 for that. This is why it's
Exactly.
dope having different consoles because if it's a game that comes out that you want to play, you got it already. The console, all you got to do is buy the motherfucker, put the disc in, or use your credit card, download the motherfucker, and play the game. Like I don't have to praise
Yeah,
it.
I got to
I
interject
want to
one time,
petition for that
one
game.
thing real
Hell
quick.
no. But go
Yo,
ahead, Kalad, I'm
I got
done.
it. Yeah, I know. Damn, all the petitions. Yo, let's not get
Yeah,
into the petitions, bro.
they petition everything on us.
It's ridiculous. But let me interject real quick though, man. It's like, so some of these fanboys, right? These Xbox, these zealots and whatnot, they actually say that, but we want something like God of War, all right? But you had something like God of War and Marlo Briggs from the 360 era.
Exactly.
And guess what?
Exactly.
Y'all didn't go
And it was
buy it.
$15.
Blood Forge.
Mhm.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Ninja
Yeah,
Blade.
I don't know about Blood
Bloodforge.
Forge though, but,
I see that.
but yeah, I played Blood Forge. It's all right. But that's my opinion though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
but
it's apples to
Clyde, you gotta
oranges.
get.
All right. But we
But yeah,
had
but
something
Clyde,
like
you got.
God of War, Marlo Briggs. I was playing that shit earlier just before the
Yeah,
podcast.
but
That's
you gotta give that. Everybody didn't go into that arcade. That was an arcade game.
no, I
Wasn't
know. They probably didn't even know
so
it
when you
was
saw it
there.
for free? No, when they saw it for free, they said, "Oh, look, old minority, we ain't buying that shit." You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yep.
Let's give it a
Yep.
buck. Because I swear to God, I heard Rand say, Marlo Briggs. I don't know what Marlo Briggs is. And I'm like, motherfucker, you see us all the time. Just, you dissect shit. You can go dissect to see what this game is.
It's
And
a
you,
lot of people like that.
what? I don't, some
That's
of you, that shit
unfortunate.
bothers me.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like,
Because they see it's a
you
black
just went on
star
like, what is?
in a
Oh,
game, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know
yeah,
who
you
that
just went
is."
on to buy. Not calling Rand racist, but he saw it
I
as
know.
what?
I know.
Oh, this is an arcade game and all this bullshit there and break down with the fucking with Mark Ibarra say. You can break down this fucking game. You can go do this.
I don't know how
You could
you
when it
would
came and
like
said like
Oxenfree,
trash.
but shit on that shit.
Yeah, he went. He
People were
went like
hyped for
he acted like it was
Oxenfree being free
trash.
and shit.
He was hyped for what? For what game?
He was, huh?
Oxenfree and shit.
Oh,
Inside.
Action
Oxenfree.
free. Oh, what's this
Wow.
other game? Damn, where live at? Live, he had live. He man, he got live to buy this game. Live fucked around and flipped out when
Can I answer somebody on a
I
comment
was like, got
section,
that game.
guys? Quick.
Yeah. Is there somebody in the chat or
Other,
something? Yeah.
other Zinc at Ghost Rider 730. With all due respect, you like God of War. I and others don't. It isn't fire to me. Gears 4 Horde is no doubt fire to me. Don't make it a fact. I'm just saying. I'm gonna make it a fact, and I'm gonna tell you like this: you might not like God of War, but I'm being honest here. The game is fire. Just like you might say Gears of War is fire, and people will tell you that they don't like Gears of War. Everybody has their opinion. But honestly, to be honest with you, the game is tight. It's fire. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. I'm being honest. Gears of War is fire too. Like I like Gears of War, but I gotta give props. A lot of people that had PlayStations played God of War and love God of War. Basically, it's just like you got fans of God of War and you have fans of Gears. You got fans of Halo. You got fans like that. God of War is basically like their Halo and Gears to them, to the PlayStation community side.
Yeah, it
Reality,
is,
bro.
man. It is.
I'm just trying to tell the dude right there.
Well,
like,
I mean, they're trying to get up there. Let's be honest. They're trying to get up there with the new one, and they might. They
yeah,
might actually get up there. Like J
I
Long
want
even
to
pointed
compare it
out,
like
his
it's a
cousin
$1 billion franchise.
doesn't play
You feel me?
games like that. His cousin plays more casual games. But guess what? His cousin went out and bought God of War,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
right?
all I'm
And
saying is,
But a lot of that is just because the media helps all that situation.
That's exactly what it is.
now, there's
That's
another
exactly
thing I
what
need to
it is.
point out in case people don't know it. Know what I'm saying? God of War and Sony Santa Monica and Sony itself, they're lucky that Cory Balrog is the director of this God of War game. Because
They're
he's the
lucky
one that
he
spearheaded the
back.
reboot for Tomb Raider. The
lucky
Tomb Raider
back.
reboot that everybody loves nowadays was spearheaded by the director of God of War.
woo,
All right, so just look at the credentials,
putting
people.
that out there,
You know what
Kalad.
I'm saying? There's a reason that man is on God of War because the God of War franchise was growing stale the way it was. You know what I'm saying? It was like an arcade type game.
Yes.
People want more out of their games now. You know what I'm saying? Especially the casual gamers, as well as they want more out of their games and whatnot. So the arcade feeling and whatnot, they wanted to elaborate on that and make it feel more like Tomb Raider. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the arcade feeling. All right, E-Rock, don't get me wrong, because I'm loving the hell out of Marlo Briggs, and that's God of War DNA all over. All right, like a motherfucker. But that franchise would only sell maybe 3-4 million copies. All right, they want another Last of Us. They want another Uncharted. All right, they want another Horizon Zero Dawn. They want a games that actually sells a lot and caters to not just the hardcore, but to the casual crowd as well. Now, we haven't gone with the most powerful game in the room yet. All right.
Uh-oh.
And you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
shit.
So he bought
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
what are your
Don't go
thoughts on all
die.
this God of War?
He's
This
a
God
huge
of War
fan, man.
smorgasbord that's been going on.
If feel free to curse.
He's the
I
biggest
know
fan
you've
of
been
God of
bursting at
War.
the seams, bro. I know you have, but
First
go
of
ahead.
all, first of all,
I already had a
God,
preview of this the other night. So.
God of War is it's good that it's having praises. It's good that people are acknowledging it. But my biggest problem with God of War is it's not doing anything new. What it is doing is it's introducing a new formula for the franchise of God of War. And that is a welcome addition. Because, like you said, God of War was pretty much stagnant, staying in the same formula. But then again, let's be fair. Out of all the action games, see, the problem is, you see how excited Ghost sounds? Ghost sounds excited like that because Ghost was a particular gamer and there was a part of his life where he didn't get to play a lot of games. You see what I'm saying? Me, I'm not easily impressed because I'm the king of playing action games. I've played everything from Otagi all the way to Bayonetta 1 and 2, all the way to all the Devil May Cries, Ninja Blades, Ninja Gaiden. I play games that are action games that don't hold your hand. And God of War, although it has a more there's a more thought out combat system.
It's cinematic though. It's highly cinematic as well. But
No, but I'm talking
go
about the
ahead, go
new
ahead.
one. The new one has more. It's not just.
All
It
right.
don't feel like a button press. Like you don't just button mash in the new one. Okay, you're
exactly.
basically you gotta think about it a little bit more. But see that axe throwing gimmick, I experienced that first in games like Golden Axe, right? Beast Rider. Am I saying that is as good as it or as polished? No, because we're talking about a game that was 10 years old. What I'm saying is the throwing of the axe, solving puzzles with the axe, even riding on the beast while you're riding, you can throw the axe to combat. I experienced that in Ghost Rider and Golden Axe Beast Rider, which a lot of people probably don't even know that even had an axe.
Sega.
Right? From Sega on 360 and PS3. So right now, what I'm seeing from God of War is a beautiful canvas Bob Ross painting that is exactly that. It looks beautiful because it's closed in. It's very claustrophobic. The details are gorgeous, which absolutely proves what we've been saying for years, all of us here, that games that are more linear have more graphical fidelity when people try to say that things like State of Decay look like shit when they're open world and they're 4-player co-op in the campaign and in the multiplayer. Okay?
That's just fanboys hate.
Yeah, but there's a lot less people on screen though, just to be honest.
Right,
so
exactly.
that's the difference.
And then God of War has like maybe 4 or 5 at most characters on screen that you fight. So what I will say is this: it's a welcome addition to the franchise because it needed to be refreshed, right? It needed it because it wasn't selling. God of War Ascension sold 1.1 million. Okay, y'all can look it up. Okay, it was in a downhill spiral. So what Kaleidoscope said was very true. They're trying to get it where it gets back recognition. It gets back to the caliber it was when it first came out in the PlayStation 2 era, where the first one came out, the second. And it's perfectly understandable. My problem is when I see people trying to say that we haven't gotten quality games of this caliber since Xbox launch when we have.
Because
the difference is, right? We have games that have longevity because they have multiplayer, and then they have single player campaigns that, guess what? I can say, Collider, let's get on this shit and rock out and play the campaign together, which no PlayStation game has it, with the exception of Knack 2. Okay?
Wow.
And that is why,
that's a low blow.
No, I'm just saying, that is why God of War and Horizon and Uncharted are so highly graphically fidelity-wise, because they're enclosed, claustrophobic, personal experience that don't have more social feel while you're playing that experience in those worlds. Okay? So that is the main reason for it. Now, it's a great game, don't get me wrong.
but they're trying. But it doesn't have its own identity. And what I mean by that is
that claustrophobic aspect. Just to interject, they did that in Resident Evil 5.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? With Sheva Alomar and old
That's
dude,
why it looks
Chris.
so good. But you could play co-op.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. You could play co-op. That was on some shit. But yeah, go ahead, continue, Ibarra.
I'm sorry. So then so like how that fight with the first guy that Ghost Rider talked about, right? That fight was dope. That fight was dope as hell, right? But here's my problem. You're looking at the fight. You're not playing it. The only time you play it is when you're actually on foot. But when he's doing that bashing where he's fucking about, they throw each other in the fucking building, that's all you watching. When I play games like Bayonetta 1 and 2 and fucking Ninja Blade, when I'm falling off a goddamn plane in the middle of the air, I'm fighting and controlling everything. So for me, it wasn't impressive. It looks gorgeous, but I'm watching a very cinematic style movie. You see what I'm saying? So again, I'm not saying that it's bad.
You got the guy on the floor and you bashing his fucking head and pounding his pounding him out.
I know you doing that, bro.
That ain't playing. Or when the guy lands and he's flying.
That's the only time. No, wait, go. That's the only time.
There was a lot more fighting in that action scene than there was you watching it, He-Bot. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
The only time
if you played it, you know there was a lot more fighting than cinematic.
No,
and it's not easy either, He-Bot.
The only time.
I know. Old dude runs up on you like he comes out of Quantum Break.
For me, it was easy because
look at that.
For me, it was easy. I'm used to the gameplay, those type of games. But what I'm saying is
that's like a stage fatality in Mortal Kombat. You do the move and then you see him do it.
Yeah.
All right,
exactly.
The only time when you punch him is when they do the punch button prompt until you keep pressing left and right. That time, and then when you're in the rock, it tells you to press.
That's the only time you punch him.
And then, yeah, I'm talking about in the cinematic moments. Yes. And then when you're in the rock, it tells you to press in the triggers, and he goes into the rage when it comes out. But then you're fighting when you're on foot. What I'm saying is, while you're in the cinematic moments, you're not controlling it. You're watching it. Like when he's playing tug of war, and the fucking thing breaks, and he throws you, you don't fight, and they're both falling down. And punch him in the face.
I'm related to Injustice. I'm related to Injustice and Mortal Kombat. When you knock somebody off a stage, you see Superman do a triple kick in midair or whatever.
Right,
you're not doing that, but the stage transition.
You're watching, right? But see, that's what I'm trying to say. But in games that I play, like Platinum or even something like Ninja, you actually control it. For me, I thought you were going to be able to control those moves. I was looking forward to it. So you don't.
It's not that big a deal though.
For me, it is because I've already experienced it.
When you combo that dude and he's flying and he's punching you by trees and y'all really fighting each other, could it do?
Yeah, but even when he grabs,
you gotta block the shield sometimes and make his punch go back.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, that dude will straight whip your ass. He'll make you fly.
I'm not talking about when they're on foot. I'm talking about, for example, when it tells you grab the tree and swing it, you press the button, it swings.
Okay, you hit him and then you start getting it in again.
He starts grabbing and he starts running and they show him going through trees, through the door, through the house. That you don't control none of that.
But that's what makes the game unique and butter. Like,
dude.
But that's cinematic. I'm saying
cinematic is dope.
It's cinematic, but you're not.
There's nothing wrong with that, though. There's nothing wrong with that because Bayonetta can't do an action scene like that. Even if they try to put gameplay into it, they couldn't make it look like that.
That's it. But you control it. Of course it did. Absolutely it did. Of course it did. I own both.
No, not like that.
Dude,
that shit was brutal. That dude healing up and still fighting.
What I'm saying is, it's moving in cinematic, but you can't control it. So for me, it was a letdown because I thought you would be able to control it. Because I've seen.
It's Sony. Did you really think you could do that?
Yeah, of course I can. Because I've done it in other games where I've seen cinematic moments, like in Bayonetta when you find the big dragon.
I wouldn't expect that from Sony, man. Let's be real.
The big dragon.
On the side of the building, you're fighting on the side of the building. In part 2, and you're
because
fighting.
Bayonetta, if I'm not mistaken, you have a whole bunch of cinematics. Like Bayonetta 1, when you make that dragon come out of the ground in order to chow down on dudes, you watching that dragon chow the shit out of the dude. You're not fucking doing anything.
You have to press the button in order for him to keep chewing them. If not, you won't.
In order to activate it, but then you're watching a cutscene of the dragon killing them. Right or wrong? Don't dodge the question. After
I'm
it's
telling
after you set it
Damn.
off. After
Y'all
you
see
set
what
it
I
off,
want
do you
to
not watch
After
Bayonetta?
you
Watch that dragon eat the shit out of him.
What the fuck is
When
You're
you
not
start
controlling the
pressing
dragon
it,
eating.
you have to keep
the
pressing
Nuremberg
it
trials?
in order
It's
to convert.
I
No,
went through this
dude,
shit the
man, I'm
other night.
serious. You jumping out the window. We're watching a cinematic of a dragon
Yeah, but
eating somebody.
in two, you fight a dragon on the side of a building in real time while you in the side of the building. A huge dragon inside of the whole.
All right,
Anyway,
that's fine, but that's for that
what I'm
game.
saying,
For the way
all
they
I'm
did
saying
this
is-
scene, the
all
shit
I'm
was
saying is-
phenomenal, bro.
Yeah, it was cool, but it was a watching it. You're
The intro to Halo
You're
5
not
is fucking
controlling it.
glorious. One
So
of the best
again,
fucking
exactly.
games. And guess
It
what?
is,
It was a
but see,
cutscene,
I'm not-
but I still enjoyed it like a
Exactly.
motherfucker.
But none of us here said, "Oh wow, look, we can play that." We didn't do that. Ponies make it seem like you can do that. No, you can't. That's a lie.
Kind
And
of.
I
that's
know
what
about if a pony's jumping out the window saying that, that's a different story. But
That is that part, yeah.
as
And
far as the
that's what-
gameplay, there was a lot of gameplay to that though. The cinematic moments was just like when he
you're
slammed
flying
him
on
through
the ground,
wall, when
yeah.
after he punched him and he flew up into the
Those are
building or
really
whatever,
just
or to the
transitions,
house.
man.
Yeah, it's like a stage transition and freaking Injustice too.
Yeah, the transition.
You smack somebody through a building and whatnot. They smack the
Yes.
train and they hit the fucking telephone
That's
pole and they land out in
exactly
the
what it
fucking
is,
another arena.
Transition of camera you don't control. I understand that.
Hey,
But my point
Does
is,
that make those games any less inferior?
well,
Because we're watching the stage transition and Injustice. Hell no. That actually heightens the hype.
Yeah, but if I'm controlling it, it's more immersive. That's what I'm trying to say.
hey, he bought.
Okay? That's what I'm trying to explain.
Hey, he bought.
No,
Yeah.
no. You sound like a true Xbox right now. I can't.
No,
Someone in the
comments
comments says you're nitpicking. Someone in the comments says you're nitpicking. Levi.
It's because I play action, dude. I know because I played a whole shitload, and I know the difference. Like when you're playing something like Azure.
Come on, you brought up Ninja Blade. You brought up Ninja Blade. When you grab the giant freaking wrecking ball and whatnot, you grab it with one hand, you press the button, then the dude goes and fucking flips the ball on the dude and smacks him with it, man. You're not controlling him freaking going around with the ball and fucking throwing it and releasing.
But you do control. Like when you're running down the building and you're
watching a QTE. He bought QTE quick time events.
No, you're not. When you're running down the building in Ninja
Blade,
you're
oh, you jumped out the window on this, Heba. I'm sorry.
Hey,
you
y'all,
jumped
I
out
know,
the
I
window.
know y'all.
All right, because Ninja Blade had QTEs out the fucking yin yang.
That's a
Hey, I
fact.
know
You
y'all in
control
the
it
heat
and
of the moment,
fight.
but, hey,
I
yo,
have the game too.
No, wait.
You
You telling me Ninja Blade did not have QTEs, Heba?
No,
hang
it did.
on, Triple Cup.
All right. But that shit have more
Gotta get out of
QTEs
here.
than God of War.
I'm not saying that, but you can.
Triple Cup gotta get out of here. Let Triple Cup get that out. She gotta get out of here.
Y'all
All right.
you can tell y'all good, y'all was in it. Y'all was all
No. I'm just trying to explain something.
Anyway, y'all
go
both
ahead,
make
go
some
ahead.
good
Shut
ass
up, but yo, Triple Cup. Thanks for thank you for being on the show.
All right,
let people know where they can reach
Yeah.
you at and everything. And any final
man.
thoughts?
Yeah, man, appreciate you. Having me on here. I like talking about game. I like when showing from different opinions and stuff like that, letting everybody know that we ain't no yes men, and at the same time we ain't sheeple. We got our own opinions, our own thoughts, and we bringing it all together as men, talking as men. That's a good thing. And I ain't saying it as no gender, but I'm just saying it as we talking like grown folks, more or less. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, boy, Triple Cup Chuck. You can find me on Xbox, Twitter, YouTube at Triple Cup Chuck, you know what I'm saying? Heroic Vibration Podcast, we're gonna get it in. Bond was in there last weekend, we're gonna do it up this week here too. You know what I'm saying? Friday with GRG. And back here probably, Saturday or Sunday, whenever we can get in, we're gonna do the DX and we're gonna be in here, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta go to work 3 o'clock in the morning. I got like 5 hours.
Man, have a good night.
All
right,
Have a good night, bro.
3 o'clock.
Take it
Y'all
easy.
be cool now.
God bless you.
All right, definitely, yo. Peace.
All right,
3 o'clock.
Have a good night.
Bye, Triple.
All right, so Hebot, continue.
Okay. So anyway, so
wait,
far,
before you get into it, Ninja Blade had a lot of QTEs, bro, that you didn't
it did,
control.
but it did.
That's
I'm
not what
saying-
you said in the beginning, though. At the beginning, you said Ninja Blade had gameplay that you controlled
Yeah,
throughout
because
the
it
whole
does.
game.
It does. No,
Quick time events, you don't really control. You
saying-
press a button
what
and then the
I'm saying-
motherfucker does a couple of things.
Wait.
Interesting.
What I'm saying.
Yo, Collider, all I gotta say is
Dude, we could actually rewind the podcast.
What
Actually, rewind the
No, but
podcast
what
right
I'm
now and
saying-
listen to what you said.
You do have QTEs. You do have QTEs, but you have a lot of those moments, cinematic like that, right? That you control because you do.
All right, so why do you give Ninja Blade a pass and not God of War?
Well, what do you mean? Because you control them. In God of War, you don't
But
control it.
Ninja Blade has more
Well, there's-
QTEs. I did not see one QTE in God of War.
Well, there's
What did
certain
you
scenes.
do?
There's certain
You
scenes in
press the
Ninja.
prompt.
Hey,
That's
yo.
QTE.
There's certain scenes in Ninja Blade that are QTE, and there's certain scenes in God of War where you don't control.
Yeah.
You know, it's the
Yeah,
same
but
thing.
what I'm saying is, at least when you do a QTE,
So you gave one a pass and the other one you didn't.
No,
I don't understand that.
No, that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing. Listen to me carefully so you don't misunderstand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you get to at least control or activate, right, those QTEs or those segments, but in also a lot of the cinematic scenes in something like Ninja Blade, for example, you control it as well. God of War, a lot of those high octane scenes so far, right? I'm not saying the whole game so far, right? You don't like when you full hand, and that was kind of disappointing for me because I really thought you would be able to. But again, to move on because we'll talk about this all day.
But this come out and say you don't give two fucks about that motherfucking game. Somebody
I know.
Exactly.
No.
I don't like that motherfucker, man.
I can't do that. Wait.
Hey, Chris.
I can't do that because I'm
I
not.
can.
I'm
man,
not.
I'll put that. Man,
I'm not.
God of War.
Wait. But listen,
Man, I will put that shit. I will put that. Somebody, if I have God of War right now, I'll do a T Reaper. I will put that motherfucker. I will put that shit in a shredder.
No.
My
Just go
nigga. My
GP,
nigga.
and then go buy it again because I can.
Hey, 100. Hey, 100. Hey, 100. Hey, 100.
100, check it.
Yo, hey, 100. I thought y'all said this was an Xbox podcast. I hear too much clicking up in here. Too much clicking up in this podcast.
No.
They got
I ain't gonna lie, E-Rock, and I'm gonna keep it funky, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's a dope ass game. We ain't clicking, man. I'm just saying, people just can't be.
No.
The game is dope, bro.
I got you.
That is what it is, E-Rock. Like,
You just clowned it, man. You just clowned it.
Let me answer 100. Let me answer 100.
I'm not mad at you.
Let me.
I'm laughing like,
Let me answer 100 real quick. Well, you know our mantra has always been in the podcast, always, right? Our mantra's always been that we play games. We don't just talk or play it, right? So for me, whether I don't like the game 100% so far or not, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I don't like it without playing it. I don't do that. You see what I'm trying to say? I'll play it, okay? But when I play it, and what I'll do is I'll give the good, but I also will point out the flaws in the game as well. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody says, well, what about this part? And then I'll explain to you the differences of why I feel this way, why I don't. I don't just blur it out, say, oh, because I'm hating. Because I don't hate on the game. But God of War is my favorite franchise. I have every game. I own the console. I own the toys. You know, I have like 3 different war. I've always been, and that's why I'm saying that the fact that they change it is a good thing, especially for the franchise, because it needed it. It needed a change of pace. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying, but what I'm trying to point out in long term and the bigger grand scheme of things is give props. You're giving the game props, right? I'll give it props whatever I feel is strong or whatever. I mean, but that's the difference between us and the hate of the fanboys and media and perhaps maybe even Xbox dudes that claim to be Xbox dudes, but they never praise games like, let's say, Quantum, right? Or Rise, for example. Like, remember, I don't know if you guys remember real quick, right? When Quantum came out, Randall, for example, and I'm not mentioning his name for any beef for anybody listening because y'all love doing that in the comment section or whatever, whoever's viewing. He said that he thought Quantum Break was great. He gave it a 9, but that it needed, if it would have been perfect if it had a like a multiplayer component that you could use your powers, right? The same could be said for God of War. It should have had a multiplayer part where you could use your powers with your axe and do barrages of horde mode, right? But they didn't do that when it came to God of War. In his video, he called it a masterpiece, almost perfect. He gave it a 10. You see what I'm saying? And that's my point. When Kaleidoscope and Ghost Rider say, I like this game, that shit is real. You see what I'm trying to say? It's not fake. That's real. They're really enjoying the game because they love games, right? They like overpriority games. When I say I like the game and I hate this part and I like this part, that's real because I'm that way. I'm not going to fake the phone. But what bothers me when I see Xbox dudes that won't tweet out, Xbox shit. They were like, Sea of Thieves is trash when it has more gameplay mechanics than a lot of games, and maybe even God of War to a big extent, because there's a lot of things you got to do. You got to play together with friends, right?
Or they
And
only visited one island, like
One
Xbox
island.
720.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Like
And
Cookie
yet,
Puss.
and yet they want a 12-tower game that basically holds your hand. Because God of War is more linear. It'll hold your hand a little more. It's a lot more easier. It's a lot more approachable, right? I guess that's the proper way to say it. And you know what I'm saying? And it's not as robust or in depth because you don't make experiences with your friends or even by yourself. It doesn't have that process.
Well, I mean, the gameplay is different. Definitely, it's not emergent. Yeah.
Right. It's not like you don't have that intensity feel like, oh shit, what am I gonna do now? Maybe when you first see one of the bosses, you're like, fuck, how am I gonna kill him? Maybe,
But then again, Bayonetta 2 doesn't have emergent gameplay either, so that should be just as much as God of War, then, right?
No, but Bayonetta has complex gameplay because you got to use all the buttons. You know what I mean? It's more in depth. Like you got to use certain weapons for certain bosses, or you got to use certain combos to beat certain characters. God of War is
you got to use certain combos in God of War, bro.
Yeah, no, but it's more
the witches, those witches that be floating, you cannot do nothing unless the little kid actually plucks it with an arrow, bro.
But it's more simplified. That's true, but it's more simplified. It's like when you fight the guy that has the ice, right? You know the guy that has the ice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like the guy with the ice, for example, that you can't kill him unless you punch him.
But then again, Bayonetta has combo strings like the old school God of War.
Exactly.
Yeah, it does. It does. But
not only that, you know, you could turn into a friggin' panther and shit in a crow.
Yeah.
No, it is.
That's another thing that I was trying to get at. With God of War, it's always the same style. It's not like let's say Marlon Briggs, right? But
you gotta understand, that's two different games, bro.
No.
Like, exactly. You can't compare. God, we can't actually. It was wrong. It was wrong of me bringing up Bayonetta. You can't really compare it to the
but
new
I'm
God
saying
of
it's
War.
a hack and slash. I'm saying it's a hack and slash action. As long as it's a hack and slash action, it's in the same genre. It's just different. They're different.
God of War is more open, though.
Yeah, but God of War is more heavy. It has more heavy, right? As a Bayonetta.
Absolutely.
So combo wise, comparing it to Rise. Right, because one of your favorite titles.
Yes.
Which would you rate higher?
Oh boy.
Me? Rise.
Why?
Boy.
And I'll tell you why. If you want to know why, I'll tell you why.
No, yeah, exactly. Why?
Okay, because in Rise, you have not only do you have your basics like he does, which is the sword, which is the freaking shield. You also have the berserk like he does. He has a rage mode. You also have your spears. You have your environmental kills. You have your squad base that will use your squad to protect yourself from certain things like archers, right? You also have the level up system, which lets you do more chain combos, which gives you a bunch more finish as well, and it has a lot more executional finishers. That's the only reason why I like Rise. But Rise is more realistic, like Ghost pointed out earlier. It's more of based on reality.
It's more of a different type of game, definitely. But in Rise, wouldn't it have been cool if Marius would have thrown down his shield and his sword and put hands on the dude and beat the shit out of him?
Yeah, but you could kick.
Yeah, it would have.
You could kick. Definitely, for sure. But then again...
Yeah, but come on, man.
Have y'all ever watched the History Channel?
He should have been able to ride a chariot.
No, man. Relax.
No, check it out. He should have been able to have a chariot. He should have been able to have been on a horse. He should have been able to have a mace.
Well, Elon brought up a good point, though. Like, you can't go fist versus dudes with swords and clubs, you know.
Oh, yeah, of course.
No doubt. It was more realistic, bro. They would have cut him to pieces, bro.
Exactly.
They would have said, what?
Your arms wouldn't be there anymore.
Well, the other thing is... The other thing, God of War...
Or they would have just thrown a spear in his chest. It's like, where you going?
But remember, the other thing, God of War, he could take a fucking axe right to the chest and not die. Marius would.
Exactly.
He's human, you know? So it has similarities. And again, I'm not knocking the game. It's a good game. It's not a 10, but nobody here said it was. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that us, Xbox guys, the DirectX, for example, I'm just gonna use us, right? Because we're here, right? So they don't start cheating saying that we're talking shit about people, right? We give prop where prop is due and credit where credit is due. But these dudes don't do it when it's in our favor or on our side. And then we got Xbox dudes that are like, yeah, we really are fans. And yet I've seen Xbox dudes doing things that I've never seen them once ever do for an Xbox game, but they call themselves self-proclaimed super hardcore Xbox. They even cosplay or they've done streams for 24 hours straight for charity with PlayStation. You see what I'm trying to say? So for me, I'm calling it because of hypocrisy. For me, that's hypocritical.
Yeah,
When
I feel you on that.
you see
I
what I'm
can't
trying to
argue
say?
with that.
When you say
Yeah.
when you tell me, yo, Iba, and you said it, we agree to disagree, but we never do it with malice. We never do it with anger. We are friends. We're boys. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have the discussion and we do it with respect, but we're gamers. When you tell me, Chris, I'm enjoying that. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Because, like, for example, like I could say, well, also another thing we got to work is a lot of walking. You got to solve puzzles and move things, so it feels more like you have to have more pace. It's not more quick pace like the older ones. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. That could be fun,
But
you know?
just talking about the walking. Let's go to the walking part, dude. That shit, like, it seems like he was like the Flash in this game compared to the old girl in fucking Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. That shit was a lot of motherfucking walking.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Because
that shit, dude,
the combat is
had
actually more
to fucking
similar
push
to
myself through that game.
that game won
I
a
mean,
lot
I
of
love the game though, regardless. I love the game regardless, but
he has a run button too. That's another thing. It's definitely faster for sure.
The combat is more similar to Hellblade to me than Rise.
Yeah, but you know what? To be honest, I have
it is.
Even though you have a little bit more freedom with the combat in God of War, I feel like Hellblade's combat is more satisfying because I don't know. No, I'm gonna explain to you. I'm gonna explain to you why.
Yeah.
Because in Hellblade, they don't tell you how to do your combos. You kind of gotta grow into them and learn them, and as you learn them, you feel more satisfied.
As you go along.
Right, you know what I'm saying? In God of War,
I know. I feel you on that.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm saying I just feel it's more satisfying in that sense because you're not told what to do. In God of War, they tell you, oh, this button's for that. You know, like the traditional sense. That's what I enjoyed a lot about the combat with Hellblade because Hellblade don't have a lot of moves, but you can do so much combos that it does some cool stuff. And as you figure it out, you're like, oh, that was dope. That was dope, and it feels more satisfying. That's what I'm trying to say. As far as
then you remember the combo that you just put in, so like that you use it for future reference. Yeah.
Right. If you can remember, right? Because for me, with my diabetes, I fucking remember how to jump. But yeah. So anyway, to the end of my spiel. So far, I think it's a solid 8. My problem is, unfortunately, I know something about the story. Where I feel
don't spoil it. No spoilers.
I feel they kind of bastardized the Norse mythology. Maybe you'll feel the same after you beat it as well. Ghost and Collider, I don't know. But you'll see what I mean when you see it. You'll definitely see what I mean when you see it. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to do that. But for sure, you'll probably have a different feeling about the story, especially when you
you finished the game already?
No, but I saw the whole game. I saw the whole game being played. I saw the whole game. Because I was like, because the reason why is because I'm like, wait a second. I don't want to hit. See, here's my thing. With me,
but that's what spoils it for you. If you
no. But I did it on purpose, Ghost. I wanted to know, and the reason for it is because when I see that too many people, and I'm not talking about you and Collider,
I know.
But when you see too many people say this is awesome, 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 there's a fucking problem there because nothing's perfect. You see what I'm saying?
That's just a medium blowing smoke.
So for me, I'm like, the curiosity was killing me. I was like, I got to see this, and I saw the whole game. But I'm gonna play it because when you're playing it, that experience playing it is different than when you're watching it.
Yes.
Right. Unless you're playing a Tall Tale game, obviously, but it's different, right? It's for sure. But I hope you guys. For me, I wasn't. I'm kind of bummed down by the story part, but you guys will see when you see it. I'm not gonna tell you, but you'll know exactly what I mean when you see it. Trust me.
But that's why you look at it. You're not gonna enjoy the game when you're playing it.
No,
you already know what's gonna come. You already know what's gonna happen. It's not gonna be fun.
I did it on purpose, Ghost. It was me. I did it on purpose because I had to see. The thing is, Ghost, I'm not as smart as you, like in the sense that I don't ignore fucking trolls. Me, trolls piss me off, and then I say something. I want to know what to say because I don't want to just talk on my ass. You see what I'm trying to say?
But those trolls, you gotta understand this. A lot of these dudes don't even got the game probably.
Oh,
they just want to talk trash.
How many trolls have you seen? Yo, Hiba, you're fighting more trolls than Kratos fights in the game.
All right, exactly, dude. That's true.
That's a fact.
I already fought 2 trolls, bro. I already fought 2 trolls in 2 hours.
Oh my god, that's so
every hour.
Shit, I fight two trolls in that every 5 minutes. What do you think, E-Rock?
Yeah,
Shit.
that's
I
your
don't know,
fault.
man.
That's a
I
you
don't pay
problem.
them niggas no
That's a
mind, man.
you problem because I don't give two fucks. Fuck
Ah,
'em.
All right, so I got to go back though to what something Hebot said as
yeah,
far
yeah.
as like Norse mythology. Dude, everything that has Norse mythology, they're basically doing their own take on it, man. Anywhere from the Marvel Thor films to the Thor comic books to
Yeah,
freaking Too Human, which was a Xbox 360 exclusive last generation,
yeah,
which was
yeah. You're
based
right.
on Norse
Yeah, you're
mythology.
right. You're
And
right.
dude, I mean, literally loved Too Human, bro.
Yeah,
That game was my shit, yo. That was
underrated.
my
Very
crack
underrated. Yeah,
last generation.
yeah,
And they only
underrated.
made one of them. You know what I'm saying? And the way it ended with Loki, I was like stupid amped. All right. And there was a lot of stuff that they talked about the Azir, the World Tree,
Yeah,
all the stuff for Norse mythology that I'm seeing brought up again in God of War. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's
yeah.
why I was tripping when I saw Balder, because Balder the Brave didn't appear in Two Human. Oh, no, maybe he did. Yeah, he did. But I'm happy that Balder the Brave came up because in the Thor films, he has not shown up. At least in
Right,
the MCU version of it. In the
right, right,
comic
right,
books, yeah. But in the Thor films, he's never shown up. Know what I'm saying? And Balder's one of my favorite characters from the comic books.
right, right, right.
As far as like what I experienced in the game so far, I'm probably like maybe about 8 or 9 hours in, maybe close to 10
Right.
hours. The gameplay feels visceral, just like the way Jay Long stated. I do feel elements from a lot of different games, anywhere from, like the way the running mechanic, it reminds me of Rise, to the mechanics as far as the combat reminds me of Hellblade to a certain degree. The throwing with the axe, yeah, it is similar to Golden Axe. After a while, you end up crossing bridges that are ripped right out of Halo. All right, those blue bridges, those blue light bridges, straight out of Halo. You know what I'm saying? But all those different elements basically gel to make a cohesive whole, and it makes it something unique. Because as far as games, this games rip elements from other games all the time. Bayonetta had DMC DNA all over it. All right, but that's something that's ripped from another game. All right, just like Star Wars Battlefront, the control mechanics, dope as hell. But every first-person shooter since Halo has ripped off Halo's control scheme. All right, because Halo was the first game that actually made it, plausible to play first-person shooters on consoles. Before Halo, every first-person shooter on console was straight up dog shit, in my opinion. All right, the concepts are great. They work great on PC, but on console, it's too much tapping left and right and too much, strafing left and right. Nah, that's not a game. You know what I'm saying? And Halo
Strafing
was the
with the
first one that
triggers.
came up with that control scheme in order for people. Yeah, you had to strafe from left and right. That shit was fucking retarded. But Halo came
You
up
mean
with
the
the control
Dreamcast
scheme that
with the Quake and stuff? Wow, that used to be tough.
all that shit was
That shit was
trashy,
rough.
but all
That
right,
shit was
because
rough.
you did not have the control on console the way you had on
It was
PC.
rough. Yeah, it was rough.
It was
Like
rough, man. And
World Tournament.
Power Slave was
Yeah.
dope as hell
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
Saturn, bro. I fucking love Power Slave. But if I
But it
could
was rough.
control it better, man, I would have
Yeah,
adored the title, bro.
yeah, it
All
was rough.
right,
It
but
was
you know what I'm
rough.
saying? The control scheme limited that. But that's
Yeah.
why it's like this God of War has a lot of gameplay elements from other games. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it adds a brand new cohesive whole that makes it wholly unique. You know what I'm saying? And the way they're telling the story, the way they do the combos, where you could pop dudes in the air, juggle motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You could throw the axe and freeze a motherfucker, he bought. Because that make me
Yeah,
two or
yeah, I
three
know.
dudes
I did it. I
around you,
did it.
hoarding you and shit. It's like, oh, let me freeze this dude. Let me go over here, put my hands on this motherfucker, tell my son to shoot this dude. All right, grab my axe back. And then I'll be
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
the axe where I'll be angling. So the axe, when
Yeah.
it comes back, it actually smacks another dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd be letting it
That's
smack two or
combat.
three dudes.
Combos.
Well thought
Yeah,
out.
the
It's not
combo
just
strings is
Combo
fucking
strings is dope.
ridiculous, bro. And then you got two ways to throw the axe. You could either throw it sideways, which does take out a certain amount of health, but it's not the same if you do an overhead swing. An overhead
I didn't
swing is
even
going to do
notice. Yeah.
way more
Wow.
fucking damage, all right?
Well,
So I'm going to just point that out there.
Combos are
And
sick.
then another thing that actually had me tripping, because I trust me, I read a lot of stuff on especially the Thor comic books as far as Norse mythology and whatnot. The crows of Odin. They're all over the game. It's these blue crows or these green translucent crows that you see. And those are Odin's eyes and ears. In the Marvel MCU, in the cinematic universe, you actually see that as well. But people don't really notice. You've seen it in Thor: The Dark World. You even seen it in the first Avengers movie when Thor is talking to Loki. You see two crows fly by. All right, there's certain little nuggets that they add where you're like, wow, Odin is overlooking these two cats, man. He know they fighting.
Yep.
He know they on their fucking beefing and shit. I was like, damn. And then I saw this in God of War that I was like, yeah, that's Odin. Odin would have his crows overlooking this shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to see what the fuck Kratos up to or shit. Because he said his son Balder to put hands on Kratos. I was like, wow. and all of that so far up to this point, 10 hours that I got in, dude, I'm freaking loving the title. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm enjoying the title. It's fucking dope. It's visceral. It gives me chills of Rise, but on a different tip. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a god we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Or a demigod, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Marius, he's just a regular human dude. You know what I'm saying? Marius had to fight tooth and nail, right, to get where he got. You know what I'm saying? And we saw how that ended, but it was still visceral all the way through as well. You know what I'm saying? I got like 7 days on Rise? Come on, that game is what? That game is like what? 8 hours long? 9 hours long? I got 7 days on that motherfucker. Yo. That's how many times I played that shit.
It'd be dope though too if in some way they could figure out how to in Rise put it where he could use more hand-to-hand combat too, because it feels good.
Not so much as hand-to-hand combat, just add more combo strings as far as like the sword mechanics and whatnot, and make it easier for like people to use it, because I could use it.
Like if he disarms somebody, like if he disarms somebody and he could like beat him with the freaking end of the sword blade, that'd be dope. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
The harness
or put a shield in somebody's throat and shit, yo. Say,
you know what I mean? That'd be dope. You know?
One thing, guys.
Brutal. You know what I mean?
Sacrifice is talking about Odin and them. She was talking about that in the game. When you go and look at the circle, you hear about Odin's story and all that, and they telling you what's happening.
Yeah. Actually, the runes.
Vikings, the TV show Vikings. That's all they do. Talk about that.
Those the runes.
Yeah, Vikings. That show was on some other shit too.
That's what I'm saying. When I seen the Odin's son and all that, when he ran up on, I'm like, oh shit, the way he was acting, he reminded me of Loki.
Right.
Vikings, the craziness in that, the way they took his flag. I was like,
that's what he reminded me of. That crazy ass motherfucker from Vikings. Loki.
When he ran on, like, yo, crazy, slapped the shit out the nigga, punched him like, yo, you ain't the only gods, motherfucker. Like, we gods too, nigga. Like, let's go. And the funny thing is, these dudes right here, if you really notice, if you go back into this generation, people was asking for God of War and saying, yo, take it to other gods. Do this. They did the right thing. They listened and they did the right thing by bringing them to the Vikings, basically. We're older than them.
I like
God of War might be with Egypt. It might, who knows? It might be with the Egyptian gods next time.
Ghost, I don't know if you.
Know what I mean?
But it's a good thing they do it now, though, because let's be honest, Assassin's Creed Origins came out not too recent.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie.
And if they would have went to Egypt, people would have been all over them for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a good thing they did.
This Viking shit is fire.
No, I think that, and you know what it is? The North mythology fits Kratos because a lot of those dudes were big and husky and tough.
Yeah,
you remember the movie? You guys remember the movie Pathfinder, right, E-Rock? I'm pretty sure you
Pathfinder was dope.
That's what it fucking feels, visceral and tough, real like badass, like manly. So I think it fits it very, very well. Probably even more.
He said manly.
Yeah. Maybe even more than the Egypt or not the Egypt, where it was in Sparta, with the mythology of Greek mythology. Even it probably makes them feel even more rugged, I guess, what the word is what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying?
You know what fucked up Rise? And I'm gonna be honest. What fucked up Rise? When he died at the end, bro. Like you cannot continue. You cannot continue his story because he's dead, unless they say he had a son or he had some to pull out a rabbit out their ass.
No, they can bring him back as a god with powers to fuck with the fucking gods.
No, he could come back as the dude that they was talking about, bro.
No, but he don't have to come back as no god. He wasn't the only one fighting that fight. It could have been a person that was on that beach. You know what I'm saying? And saw what he was doing. It's going to take something. It's ways you can go. Everybody ain't got to turn to no fucking demigod.
No, definitely. I like that aspect about Rise. I can't find the grittiness and realism it has. It's next level, yo.
It was next level for what it was, Rise. And at the end of the day, he died. They could change it up and put a Viking come a story of a Viking and say Rise something else. The Vikings have dope fights. You can do a lot of things with this. You can change it up. It could be a Viking story now, a rise something like they rising up or something like that. It's a lot of things you can do with it. You understand it? But this game was just a gem that people didn't buy it, bro.
They should do a rise from the barbarian aspect, though.
Yeah,
from the barbarians that was in the game.
Yeah,
that shit would be sick. They call it Rise Knights of England.
But you gotta understand this too. You gotta see something's gonna catch somebody's attention. The Barbarians is one of the less motherfuckers, unless you're gonna bring out Conan. Other than that, ain't nobody really into that shit. That's why you don't see a lot of movies about barbarians.
Well, He-Man's coming out. Let's see.
He-Man ain't no goddamn barbarian, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's
that's a cartoon.
Barbarian, but from another planet.
Ain't no damn barbarian.
That's exactly.
Yo, we got to see how that works, He-Man, because I mean, come on, man. I know you love He-Man. I know you love He-Man. Don't say that. It don't follow me. Damn, I couldn't stand He-Man, bro.
The cartoon, yeah, but the toys and the mythos of the comics, dope.
Hey, I grew up on He-Man, man.
Dope.
I grew up on He-Man, She-Ra. Shit.
Yo. The only thing I liked about He-Man was Tila. That was it.
Yeah, Tila.
Right?
I would have given
and just when she would start walking, I was like, yeah, Tila, go ahead and walk. Yeah, go ahead.
No. Seriously, the story and the mythos is deep because it started from the comics. The cartoon was deliberately done that way by Lou Scheimer because he wanted to do it more friendly, like a family-friendly thing. But the original one was dark and gritty. It's basically barbarians in space with high-tech gadgets. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. No, the concept is dope, though. I mean, I had the action figures and shit. The action figures was dope. Read a couple of the comic books. That movie that they did back in the day, Masters of the Universe, that shit was horrible.
Hey, guys.
I'm hoping I hope they actually get it right. You know what I'm saying? You know, if they get it right, that could be something serious.
Right in the middle of the movie, Kalai. They gave him money, and since the line was dying, they didn't fund the rest of the movie. And the actual director, Gary Goddard, had to put the money himself to finish the movie. That's how bad it was.
Wow, that was that was Super Mario Brothers all over again, bro.
Yo, guys, I'm gonna be out of here because I gotta get ready to go to work, get some sleep, and dinner. Cause we've been going on for a little hot minute. I just want to.
So if anything, that we could call it a day, though, then, man, because I don't mind going back to gaming.
I'm about to eat. I was going to.
No, it's up to you. Unless y'all want to talk about some other more topics and whatnot. Let me know, though.
It's hard on Sundays.
Let's kill this thing, man, because it's been a pony podcast for the last hour.
We're turning into the broadband soon.
I don't know. I don't know about y'all guys no more, man.
I know, right? There was a lot of hoof clicking up in here today, huh?
Oh man.
Click.
Whole lot of clicking going on up in here. Man.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, E-Rock, you sounded like Showstopper right there. There's a whole lot of clicking right here.
Yeah,
what the hell's going on here? My God.
All right, yo, guys, it's been a great show, though, man. I can't front. This shit was fire. All right, this shit was fire, yo. All right, so yo, Ghost, let people know where they can reach you at, man.
Yo, I'm Ghost Rider 730. Y'all could subscribe if y'all want to my YouTube channel, Ghost Rider 730. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Ghost Rider 730, and True Xbox. Shout out to Intermedia Gaming. Shout out to everybody in the panel right here. Subscribe to everybody, guys. And I hope y'all enjoy this show because we had different opinions on different things, and it's all love.
Yeah, true that, man. Now, the Don King of Xbox. I know you haven't been too enthused with the podcast tonight, but it's all good. All right? Yo, E-Rock, let people know where they can reach you at, man. And any final thoughts?
Hey, man, this is E-Rock X. Check out my YouTube channel. Check me out on Twitter. And on my YouTube channel, I promise you have my word. There will never be no PlayStation talk on my channel unless it's to put them Japanese down. I'm out.
All right, bro. Well said, man. Yo, J-Law, Let people know where they can reach you at, yo. Any final thoughts?
Twitter JLong908, YouTube same thing, and God of War. I wanted to play some more, but it wasn't finished installing. It took forever. It was gonna
Really?
take another 70 minutes, so fuck that.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, it took long
Damn,
for me
man.
too, but
They
damn.
need to fix those install
Oh, by the
times, though,
way,
man.
horrible.
real quick, thank you, Jay Long, because of Jay Long, he so graciously allowed me to share his account. That's why I'm playing God of War. So shout outs to you, big dog.
No problem.
Nice.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Share play. All right. And yo, he bought
What's up, puppy?
it's been real today. You know what I'm saying? It's been real.
Like, yo,
uh
you see that shit between Kaleidoscope? He about to, yo, that shit's gonna go down. They're gonna break up that podcast. Watch.
Yo, you know how people be jumping out the window with that bullshit, man. I
They
mean,
don't understand,
Ghost
bro, that we
had
go
some
in.
things going on for a minute. Know what I'm saying? He was doing things with the family and whatnot,
That's
and what
right.
they were saying, yo, Ghost Rider got beef with them. Ghost
Dude,
Rider ain't coming back. It's like
exactly.
the
That's what I'm
fuck.
saying. They don't
All right,
understand,
so
bro. That we go in like that even on party chats, but it's all in good fun because we're
yeah,
gamers.
100 already knew what was coming. He was here a couple of days back. He was playing fucking what Hellblade. He was like, nah, fuck that, man. I fucking took Hellblade off and just listened to the chat.
Yo, man. So guys, you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Hebot, Powerful Gamer on Twitter, Intro Media Gaming, obviously, on Facebook with the World Infinite Rooms of the DX Mansion with Dorian Bumpus, aka New Felon, New Legal, and on Xbox Hebot 8, and on YouTube Hebot, capital H, capital B, everything else lowercase, hyphen in the middle. If you like my content, come join me, have some fun. Oh, and I just did the shout out to Big Young Kano. He let me be part of the interview with Raging Justice. The guys had a blast. I wanted to see as much as you guys can give me feedback. Think how I did. Let me know how we did. It was a lot of fun. A game comes out May 8th, so if you want guys to check it out, it's on Kano's channel, and I'm gonna try to upload it on mine as well.
Yeah, for people that don't know, Raging Justice is a brand new indie beat 'em up. You know what I'm saying? Like the arcade games of old, but made new. That's in the Streets of Rage formula. So it's actually pretty cool. It's something y'all should really check out, man. And definitely check that out on the Real Young Kano's channel. Yo, Mr. Intro Media himself, 100. Yo, let people know where they can reach you at, bro.
Man, I already know where they can reach me. I'm all in these gaming streets, always gang banging and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Two, you know what I'm saying? Keep it a buck, give 2 fucks. That's my new saying. I'm sticking with that shit. I'm gonna copyright that shit. Somebody take my shit, I'm suing. That's on my mama. But they can catch me all on intro. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Some days I just pop up, some shit irritate me. I decide to go live. I wanted to do some more shit with gameplay on the Xbox, but sometimes Upload Studios be fucking up. But thank God, that's from me being in the alpha program. So it's gonna fuck up. I can't get mad. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the crew. Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all get out these fucking gaming streets and start gaming. Leave this bullshit alone. You know what I'm saying? Leave it for the authorities, something like me, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't care. I take on anybody on my land though. We got our own. And to me, we got our own. We got a corporation now. So shit. Somebody want to come get at us, you gotta come get at us on our land. We don't go nobody else's shit no more. I know
exactly, man.
So you got a problem with us, you want to clown, you want to have fun. I ain't gonna fall into the devil trap because I am the devil. Keep on knocking on my door. I will answer. And you gonna get an answer.
That's what's up, man. I mean, come on, man. Let's be honest, man. We got Next Gen 720 scared to go up against E-Rock X. All right, you fucking petted. All right, but you know what I'm saying?
Come on, cookie face monster. Bring your ass out of retirement. Come on, cookie face. Having you know what I'm saying? Shit. Come on, bullies. What's up? Come on. Matter of fact, I'm making it. Let's juggle the motherfucker. Bring one of your bullies over. Come fuck with my man E-Rock. And he a barrel. Know what I'm saying? Come on, bullies. That must be some bullies acting like some fucking broads. Let's go. 100.
Oh shit. The bad broads.
Let's go. Y'all go back and tell them I said it and all this other shit. Bring a couple of your boys over there. I'm calling out, you know what I'm saying, King, motherfucking post up. You know what I'm saying? With all them motherfuckers. What's that? All y'all motherfuckers. Let's go. Needles can get it too. Let's go.
Yo,
Needles.
Needles.
yo, that's crazy because if they do come over here, they're gonna end up being in the corner with a dunce cap.
So
That's
any of
just
y'all
what's
want to
gonna go
step up to
on.
get on prime time? Because E-Rock is already set for prime time. He like the Charlo brothers. You know what I'm saying? In boxing right now, knocking motherfuckers out. So
Yeah, he
I'm
is.
saying I'm like Mayweather. I'm just the promotion. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna promote the shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, if the
Hmm.
king of the pound for pound want to get in the ring again, get knocked out like Roy Jones, to keep on doing it, he can get it too. So, hey, it's been leveled out. I don't want to hear we talking shit. No, this shit is family competition. But bring it, motherfuckers. But come on our land. My land is
Exactly.
come on my land. I'm not going over to y'all. It's not. It ain't no meet no halfway and none of that shit. Come dance with the devil
No,
in the pale of
dude, they
moonlight.
scared, bro. They scared, man. Know what I'm saying? They
Come dance
rattling
with
in
the
their
devil.
boots right about now. Know what I'm saying?
Dance
And
with
their
the devil.
fucking sights are fucking jagging left and
Uh,
right. Know what I'm saying? They can't even aim straight right about now.
And I don't want to hear they worrying about us. Anybody can get it. Let's get at me. I ain't too hard to be fucking found. Trust me. Get at me if you want to get around. Because E-Rock gonna murder you. Like I say, shit. He the new Roy Jones of the Xbox community. You know what I'm saying?
And
Y'all
y'all can
motherfuckers forgot. You know
y'all
what I'm
can
saying?
take
Yep.
y'all can take that God Award CD disc, turn that some bitch sideways, shove it
And shove
straight
it
up
up
your
your old
candy
raggedy
ass.
ass. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. I'm saying I got, you know what I'm saying? We hold different personalities. But y'all want to sit here and make these side jokes. I'm gonna come straight at you. I hear the little side comments from people. This, that. Come bro, over here and bring your ass over here and see you can take over this. You can't.
Yep.
And if
Yo,
you if
y'all
I ain't
should.
that hard to find, I'm on Xbox then every fucking night. And leave
Yo,
He-Bot alone. I'm
Yeah,
tired
leave
of my
Heba
fucking
alone.
phone.
Thank you.
I
Tired of
know.
my fucking
yo,
phone.
I'm saying he's been taking out more trolls and shit every 5 minutes more than what there is in God of War in the first three
Yo,
hours. So
yo, go, but listen,
Yo, that
I blocked 52 people in a month.
wow.
Heba got more content than God of War.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, yo. That's crazy.
It's the man.
I just gotta say it, man.
Yeah.
Everybody, y'all can reach me out on Twitter at DirectX minus the.
That was
On
funny.
Xbox Live, you can reach me at Kaleidoscope on my YouTube channel at Kaleid Space the Scope. And also, of course, DirectX. People, we get live and direct, man. We don't pull no punches here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't throwing sucker punches at motherfuckers. Know what I'm saying? We fucking putting haymakers on motherfuckers. That's what we doing. All right, but yo, it's been real. This podcast has been real. And guess what, man? We just fucking ultra combo the shit out of the competition tonight.
Yeah.
You know? And we out. Word up.
Yeah.